Yo, folks, long time no see. How things been? I hope you all been well. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time military, football-sized moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes some live 2D rigging streams. And today is one of those drawing streams. Today we're going to be working on some traditional art. That's right, folks. Real hands, real Lampy, real... Well, I was going to say real art, but that's not right. Where... Oh, you know what? Physical stuff. Things you can actually hold. That's our game plan today. How ya be? I hope you're all well. I hope everything's good. I hope everybody's having a good time. What the? Right, I forgot to put that. Hold on a minute. Wait. Y'all are moving too fast. Hold on a minute. Wait, why is there a hype train? Also, let me catch up with some things. Text-to-speech isn't working. Why is that? We're gonna need to fix all of that. But yeah, first, Ryu, Sherbert, thank you for the subscriptions. Ryu, thank you for the 42 months. Sherbert, thank you for the 7 months. Do not worry, I'm gonna get those text-to-speeches working. Just give me one moment, I'm almost there. Also, good to see you there, Ryu. Thank you for the save. Onyx. There you go, there's your save. Good to see you there, Outdoor Signal. Nekomata. Hey, Nekomata, good to see you. How you be? I hope you're having a good day. Mech, Onyx. We gotta give some shout-outs right quick as well. But first, let me try to figure this out right quick. What am I trying to do here? Okay, first, let's go to the text-to-speech stuff, because I forgot to turn that on early. And I done goofed on that. So we're going to first do the text-to-speech. This one is for Ryu's 42 months.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, and right now you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
Wait, what? Hold on a minute. I missed that entire... I'm not entirely certain what I just heard. Something about £200 or a family of 4. What are we talking about now? Jet 2 holiday. Okay, why does the Jet 2 holiday sound familiar? Why is that a thing? Alright, let's get to Sherbert's text-to-speech. And then we're going to catch up with all of the reading, and then we're finally going to get to draw. Because it's been a while. Then I'll finally get to talk about, the month I've been gone. Because there's definitely a few things I want to talk about there. But first...
Lamp cult. Keep calm and moth on. Or just wing it like a moth in a lamp store. That works too.
Of course they would bring up lamp cult. Ugh. Oh yeah, also, since we're here... Hey folks, check it out. No other reason, I just...
Ever get lost.
What the?
I always know how to wing it.
Sherbert, why? Sherbert, hold on. Sherbert, why? Sherbert, why? Sherbert, why? Thank you for the 100 bit or 1,000 bits, but Sherbert, why? Also, why did you make the train thing do the thing? We can leave the train alone. Let it go away. I think that'd be a great idea. Wouldn't y'all agree, folks? Shouldn't we just sit back and let the train just die out? Yeah, I think we should do that. Also, good to see you there, Mary Lamb. How ya be? I hope you're having a good day. Let me try to figure out what on earth I'm trying to do next. I hope you are... Oh, let's see. You're back? Indeed. I don't know why. I should have stayed gone. Speaking of hands, I managed to get my hands on a Switch 2 in the last time we saw you. Hey, congratulations on the Switch 2. Wheezy! Wheezy, I see you. Wheezy, I see you. Why, Wheezy? Wheezy, why? Why, Wheezy? Wheezy. Hold on a minute. Hair flip. Wheezy, why? Why are we doing this? We're supposed to let it die out. We're supposed to let it die out, people. You let it, dwindle. You let it dissolve. You let it stop. Cease. Halt. Yield. Other words that mean stop. Doing good. Oh, I'm doing good. Hope you are as well. Yeah, so far, well, aside from the hype train, so far so good. I've been resting. I had to take an entire month off to just disassociate from the world because I had been working my brain to its limit, and there was literally a moment where my brain just said, "Yeah, we're done." And I'm sitting there looking at my brain, saying, "We can't be done. I still got more work to do." Sherbert. Sherbert, why? Sherbert, 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 why? Why, Sherbert? Why are we letting this train go on for as long as it is? We could let it stop now. It can stop now. We can cease. The cult leader has returned. I am not a cult leader. Halt. What other words mean cease and halt and all of that? Desist. That's another word. Virith! Virith, why? We're not supposed to be doing this sort of thing. Hold on a minute. You know what? You know what? I know exactly how to get people to stop with this before it's too late. All right, folks. You ever heard of a mugging? Of course you have. This is a reverse mugging. This is to tell you to stop. In case you're wondering what we're holding up a plushie shotgun. And I need you to stop. You know what? We can all just stop right here, right now. And we can... You know what? I think I know what might work to have everything cease. I haven't done this all month. I got a great idea. Where's my gift? Here's your gift.
You're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Not gonna lie, I was trying to find the perfect opportunity to use that. Also, Virith! Virith, why? Virith, why? Why, Virith? Why are we doing this, Virith? Virith, we don't have to do this. I also realized something. Hold on a second. I needed to lower the volume. I just realized I've had my microphone at its peak when it comes to gain because I've been hanging out in other people's streams playing Night Rain. Night Rain's been a very fun game. I've been addicted to Night Rain. By the way, folks, I'm thinking tomorrow Night Rain because... Oh, also do not worry. I'm going to catch up with the rest of the reading. I just had a lot to talk about. But yeah, a few things. One, got a, what's the words I was talking about again? Let me try to figure this out. Right, I was talking about Night Rain. So, I've been playing a lot of Night Rain. There's the new boss that came out, or the update to the boss that came out. I'm not going to say anything, but holy cow. That was kind of epic. I was not prepared for that. I also have some gripes about it, but for the most part, I liked it for what it was. Granted, yeah, like I said, I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's some ups, there's some downs, there's some criticisms I have, but at the same time, overall, I thought it was really, really cool. Whew. Okay, let's try to catch up with the reading. Let's try to ignore this hype train. Let's just let it die. Let's just let it simmer. Let it, like I said, let it, decompose. Then we'll be all good. Thank you for the hydrate there, Dark. Also, okay, let me try to catch up with things. We're gonna get back to all of the reading. Okay, so, we got the save there. Long time no see indeed there, Mech. Okay, so, Mech got themselves a Switch 2. Nakamata's doing good. Welcome back, Lampy. From me and Godzillio. Yo, thank you for the welcoming back. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope you both have been doing well. I hope you both have been having a lot of fun, enjoying your time and all of that. Speaking of time, I'm going to get to that one as soon as we catch up on all the reading, because I got a lot of things to talk about. It's a dumb meme from TikTok. That explains a lot. I don't visit TikTok very often. The only time I show up there is when I have to drop a video, and then I walk away. That's basically it. Or if someone sends me a video of something, that's my only exposure to it. Okay, you got a months-long hype train to catch up on. No, we don't. We don't need a months-long hype train. We could leave this alone. See, it's only 20 seconds left. We can let it, y'all already got it to level 5? What's wrong with you people? Thank you. But yeah, it just, why? Alright. I hope everyone's had a reason to smile today. I know I have. I get to watch Lamp Cult. Why cult? Not a cult. Okay, it's a cult, but I don't condone it. I can't get rid of the cult, even if I tried. But I'm not accepting it. Okay. Now that the hype train is gone and it's dead and we're good, we can all relax. We can all just chill. Thank you. Okay. I really like this Lampy plushie. I think it's very funny. Also, speaking of which, folks, the Lampy plushies have been made, the restock on the Lampy plushies have been made, and they're currently preparing to get them shipped out. So, I want to say it's going to be another month before we finally get the restock on Lampy plushies, and then we can start doing the giveaways again. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, thank you all for the hype train. In all seriousness, thank you for the hype train. I greatly appreciate it. Y'all don't have to do that. I just, I'm just using these streams to kill time and draw and stuff. And, promote business. Promote the commissions and stuff. But I will also say all of this greatly helps. I'm putting this to the internet bill. And any other projects that come to mind. Whew. Let me see. Stop? Yeah, that's another word. That's another word there. Okay. No need to be as shellfish and clam up, Lampy. Good to see you, Spock. I should shoot you for that pun. Anyone else thought that the barrel was a knife handle? I could see that. Yo, Cam, thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate that. Hope you're having a good day there, buddy. How was the stream? Hope things were going well. Everybody stopping by from Cam's stream. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, football-sized moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes some live 2D rigging streams. And today is one of those drawing streams. Today is real-life Lampy. Be afraid. We're also going to be working on a traditional art piece. We're going to be using ink, pencil, and a bit of oil pastel eventually, but we got a lot to catch up on, so this part might be a minute. If you are here for the art, I highly suggest go getting something to eat, because we're just going to catch up with a lot of people, and then we're going to get to the art. But catching up with a lot of people, it's been a month, so catching up might take a minute. It might take an hour or two, or a whole hour. I don't know, but look forward to that. If you just want to hear this bug ramble on about nonsense, then you're just in time. All right, let's also give a shout out to Cam the Corgi. Hold on a minute. Wait, why am I putting the whole shout? Okay, S-O. Cam the Corgi. Also, folks, go check out Cam the Corgi. Really awesome people. Really cool stuff. We've actually made a good number of art pieces for them. We made a comic and a good number of emotes. So if you want to go check out those emotes, go check out Cam the Corgi. And if you're a fan of farming sims, like Pal World, you can't tell me Pal World ain't a farming sim, or Minecraft, or Stardew, or stuff like that, go check out Cam. I think Coral Island was another one. Okay. I mean, it technically counts as art. True. It is technically still art nonetheless. Arrow in the knee? Indeed, arrow in the knee. Because I love you, cult leader. I am not a cult leader. There is a cult, but I do not lead it. They just follow me around. I don't know how to get rid of them. Someone call pest control. I need to get rid of this cult. Okay, torture the moth and still get gifts though. Why is that the goal? Here's a joke because hype train. Right, I forgot I had to say all the jokes from the hype trains. It's been a while. How do butchers discipline their children? They ground them. Not gonna lie, that's kind of dark. All right. I need to face him still. The new auger? Understandable. I'm gonna try to play some night rain.
Moth dog.
Moth dog ain't till next week. Right, I gotta explain the moth dog later. Also, Narasa, thank you for the 20 months. I greatly appreciate it. Wait, was that 20 months? I'm gonna have to double check. So you were working on the railroad, all the punny stream. Oh god. Let it go? Yes, let it go. Let it go. I forgot the rest of the song. Thank you for the coffee. Or thank you for posting the coffee. Yo, Evie, welcome on in. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. I hope things are going well. I hope things are good. Good to see you back. Thank you. It's good to be back. I got a lot of things to say, but we're going to try to catch up with all the reading first, and then that's why we're going to shotgun the reading right quick. Okay, I'm so hyped I can put these two emos together. Why? Train ended? Thank God. Choo-choo? No more choo-choo. Choo-choo is gone. The train has left. It has left the building, never to come back. Now to catch up on all the hype puns. Unfortunately. Cult of the Lampy Maid dog. Why, Cam? Why is all of that a thing? You also own a cult? Wait, do you too own a cult? Hey, do you want another one? You can take this one. Please, take it from me. Take it! Take it! Take the cult, I want it gone. Please? Is my dinner time? Go get food. Yesums and Traveler's Nest. Traveler's Nest too. Traveler's Nest as well. Throne. Thank you for putting the throne up there. Speaking of throne, I finally need to get a new tablet. There's a line on my current tablet, and though it still works just fine and it doesn't get in the way of anything, that's probably going to be a problem in the future. Uh-oh. The screen is blurring out. You know what that means? You're passing out. I may have shaken the camera a little too much. Yo, Uno Raptor, welcome on in. How you be? Oh, 26 months. Thank you for the 26 months. If we all follow you around, it sounds like a cult leader for you. Maybe it's cult stuff, but I don't want it. Someone else take it. Anyone who has a cult that needs new members, let me know. I will forcibly drop these ones off on you. I said what I said. Some people are probably looking at it like, don't you mean drop them off with me? Sure, totally not gonna find a way to steal a helicopter and just drop an entire bucket load of lampies on people. Totally not the plan. Totally. Yo, Zetva. Thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome on in. How you be? Let's give a shout out to Zetva. Also, folks, in case you're wondering, I'm not giving as many shout outs as I normally would today, mostly because, well, you try typing with this thing on your arm. It's a lot more difficult than you would think. Okay, let's see. And I'm also trying to not knock anything down. Let's see. What were you up to? What were you doing? I hope things were going well. Oh, right. That also reminds me. Everybody stopping by from Zeppa and Cam's stream. If you gotta take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about writing and running, because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to stick around, I'll greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. And with that being said, hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, football-sized moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes some live 2D rigging streams. And today is one of those drawing streams. We are eventually going to get to the traditional art piece here. Eventually. I hope. That's the game plan, is that I'm going to actually draw something today. We got the canvas. We got the ink. And we got the pastel all the way down here somewhere. Let me try to get that pastel. So, as I was saying before, we got the canvas, we got the pastel right over there, and we got the ink. So we got everything all set. I just need to figure out how to do all of this again. It's been a minute. But yeah, how was the stream? I hope it went well. I hope you had a lot of fun. What is Dokapon Kingdom? Did I even pronounce that right? I pronounced Dokapon Kingdom right. Yeah, having a human arm attached to your body would make things more difficult for a football-sized moth. Exactly, exactly. Imagine trying to maneuver an entire arm with a football-sized body. It is not easy to do shoutouts when you have to maneuver a whole arm. This is how we get things done. Yeah. I can't do a thumbs up with this thing, but you get the picture. I think. Maybe. Don't worry about it. Anyway. I didn't know you did traditional art, Lampy. To be here, or happy to be here to see it. No, I'm glad that you like that. Oh, let me try to catch up with things. I missed a lot, or I missed a bit. Hold on a minute. Make me a mod, I'll do it. Nah, it's fine. Look at the little creature. Yeah. What little creature? What? I mean, yeah, little creature. Yep, totally. Because Lampy is an average size moth. That don't like, yeah. A football is an average size. Yeah, totally. That's absolutely what the situation is. Okay, let's see. We were playing Dokapon? Yo, nice. Also, good to see, or let's greet everybody. Good to see you there, Spock. Good to see you there, Pix EXE, Zetva, Spell Brewer. I thought that was Spellbreaker for a second there. Good to see you there, Biscuit, or Angriest Biscuit. I don't remember Lampy having so many extra digits, or yeah, so many digits, little legs. Oh, it's because I don't really show the full Lampy model all the time. So yeah, there you go. Which reminds me, I need to get mods. I need to start opening up applications for that or something. Okay. Makes me wonder if Popeye ever types. Think about his forearm. I don't think he types. I think he struggles with writing letters and sends them out there. Or actually, you know what? He uses a phone now. A phone because, well, then again, he's also got really big thumbs. So I don't know about that part. Also, good to see you there, Heracles. Glad to see you back. Same. Welcome back there, Aurelius. No, wait. What am I saying? Thank you there, Aurelius. And welcome on in. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. Whew. Whole arm with football-sized body is just punching Boo from Murder Drone. I don't know that series, but probably. Yeah. Okay, we caught up with everything. So, we're finally going to get started on this. But before we actually start working on the canvas here, what we need to do is actually drop this over here. We're going to get a smaller piece. And we're going to practice on working on a smaller image or something like that. We need to work over here. So, where is my pencil? Close enough. Because what I need to do is figure out how to draw a card. Give me 1 second. Let me go get an image to work with here. Oh, right. Before I forget. Well, actually, first, let me get the car image. I click on that. Get that car image right there. We're going to close that down. We're going to make that smaller. And then I'm going to show you something that for most people doesn't seem like a big deal. But for those that have been on the stream for a while, this might... I'm right here. What do you mean, mod applications? I mean mod applications. Everybody's got to go through it. Good luck. All right. So, now that I got the car that I'm trying to draw... Oh, right. I should probably show what I'm trying to draw here. So, how do I drop this in? We are going to go to image. as I want to show people what we're trying to draw today. Because based off of the request from Bach, we need to draw the car from Knight Rider, as you can see right there.
One more month and I'll have been here 4 years. How's about that?
It's been 4 years. I need to get a new hobby. Yo, Scott, how you be? How things be? I hope things are going well. Why is it still tier 3? Thank you, I greatly appreciate that, but save your money there, Scott. Scott never listens, but yeah. I'm still gonna tell people. I'll be honest, no one ever listens when I say save their money. They're like, yeah, we did save our money. Now we're dropping it over here. I'm like, that's not what I meant. And nobody listens to that. But yeah, we're gonna be working on this here car. We're gonna try to draw the car from Knight Rider. Now I'm gonna throw this away. And we're finally gonna get the live 2D set up on the other part of the camera. Hold on a minute. Because I haven't, I finally got it set up on the iPhone that folks graciously sent my way because they've been bugging me to get an iPhone for this forever. And so now that we have it, it's finally time to use it. Or else it would have all gone to waste, and I'd rather it not go to waste. And there we go, the movement is finally going. So now we got the $20 camera over here and the iPhone over there. So now we got everything moving and all that yada yada yada. Hold on a second. We're actually going to bring this down a little bit. Yes, we got to draw David Hasselhoff. There we go, and we're back on track. Okay, so now you can actually see the image a little bit better, and I gotta figure out how to draw the Knight Rider car, and now let me try to catch up with reading. Okay, let's see. On applications, where all the applicants enter a live combat arena. Yes, the only ones that survive, those are the ones that get to be mods, because they show that they got the gumption. Unsub, unfollow, block, report. Thank God, now it's just gone. I'm kidding. Evening Lampy and chat, how's everyone doing? So far, so good. We're about to finally start drawing, and I haven't even gotten to the actual canvas yet. But right now, let's start with a box. You know what? Let's start with a different pencil, so you folks can actually see it when I'm actually working on this thing. I realized y'all folks may not be able to see it from here. So, let's actually work. So, we're gonna start with a box right quick. There we go. And then we're just gonna carve. Once we make our box, we're just gonna carve into this box in a way with pencil graphite. Or, you know, we're gonna use our pencil to just carve into this box. You'll see what I mean soon enough, once we get there. All right, now that we got that, let's add some circles. Add some tires to the side, like so. Also, folks, in case you're wondering, why does this look like, well, one, you can't see it, and two, now that you can see it, you're probably wondering, Lampy, why does this look like garbage? Do not worry. This is merely the sketch. As all sketches are, most art pieces are, we start with a sketch, and it doesn't matter how good or how bad it looks. What matters is that the idea is on the paper. Once we get the idea on paper, that is when we fix everything. I never listen? Yeah, Scott never listens. What was that? Upgrade to tier 3? No, do not upgrade to tier 3. Nobody said that part. Alright, let's see. 1984 Ford Trans Am Knight Industries 2000 equipped. Okay, the only part I understood was 1982. Okay, the winning app is the one who can successfully decrease, eliminate talk of cult. Yes, those are the ones that we're going to pick. I'm learning? No, I'm glad to hear it. I hope this makes some semblance of sense. I will... Oh, great. I also got to preface one thing there, folks. I got to preface one small thing. I can't draw cars very well. I've never been one to draw cars a lot, which is ironic that I drew that buggy. But I still try. We're going to try to figure this out. Also, again, this is why we start with the sketch, because I realized the tires were too far up ahead. We might actually even need to make this box... No, I think this box will be fine as is. Right, I'm trying to figure out how to... Okay, give me a second. I'm trying to see, what could I do about all of this? Because I feel like there's too much light. As ironic as that sounds, I feel like there's too much light going on. We need to dim the view a bit so you can actually see what on earth I'm drawing. So, there we go. Now folks can actually see what I'm doing. I also need to scroll down. That's the spirit. Make it exist, and then make it better after. Exactly. Okay. Bonnie is better than Pontiac Dealer. What's Bonnie? I know what Pontiac is. No, wait, I was gonna say, like, I know what the acronyms was for Pontiac. Fix it again, Tony, and then I realized, no, wait, that was Fiat. Fiat was fix it again, Tony. Alright, so at this point, we're just carving into we are currently carving into the car. I know right now it currently looks like a Cybertruck, and do not worry, we're gonna fix that part later. But for right now, actually, you know what? Maybe if I just leave it right there. There we go. Yeah, you know what? It'll be fine. We can leave this right here. We just need to keep the lighting a lot closer to everything, and then we'll be good. Okay, so. Let me actually look at the car right quick. We'll figure out everything from there. Draw a Lamborghini. I could try that. I'm not going to be good at it, but I could try that. The robot also is the robot also a car technically? Technically, yes. Also, welcome on in there, Biscuit. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, right. Scott, if you're there and you're not busy and you feel like it, can you give some shout outs? Because we got a lot of shout outs that we need to do. And I am physically incapable of doing so because there's an arm attached to me right now. I don't know how to get rid of it. I think it's a mutation. But, I just gotta cut these things off every other day or so. So, yeah, don't worry about that. Yo, Echo, thank you for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for the raid. Can we give a shout out to the Fallen Echo? Hold on a minute. Let me see if I could shout somebody out here. Everybody stopping by from the Fallen Echo stream. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, full-size moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, sometimes some live 2D rigging streams, and today is one of those drawing streams. Today, I am currently working on trying to draw a car. We're currently in the sketching phase at the moment, but we're getting there little by little. Let's also give a shout out to the Fallen Echo right quick. Give me 1 second. I got an arm attached to me. It's not easy. Oh, thank you there, Scott. I greatly appreciate that. There we go. Perfect. You're a great mod, Scott. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. Alright, folks, go check out Echo. Wait. I thought I saw you in the morning. Were you doing a 24-hour stream or something? Holy cow. Were you just really into Expedition 33? Also, Pretzel, thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the Moth Fleet. I hope you... Or no, wait, the Moth Crew now. Thank you for joining the Moth Crew. I hope you enjoy your stay. By the way, you're Lampy now. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. Whew. Oh, right. I also forgot to say, Wait, did I mention that part? Everybody stopping by from Echo Stream. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator football. No, wait, I did say that part, I think. But yeah. Also, if you gotta take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about writing and running, because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to stick around, I greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. Right, I forgot. I have both screens on. Whew. Good to see you there, Echo, Pretzel. How y'all be? Hope everybody's doing well. Good to see you there, Biscuit VT. Throwing fingers? Yes. Throwing fingers. And I have to lop them off every other time. Horizon. Hope everybody's doing well. It was 12 hours? Oh, dang. Yeah, that's still a lot of time. Not gonna lie. That's still a lot of time right there. Okay, let me get this image. There we go. Now we got the image of the car. And I just realized the window of the car is a lot further back. So we're actually going to make a line to signify where the car window is. And it's all the way back here. So we bring this part out a bit. And just keep making... The main thing that we got to do is make sure that we have everything contained within the square. How do we work on this? That is a bit of a tricky part, but basically we got to get a bunch of boxes. I got to stop saying basically, because it's not really all that basic. Okay, funny enough, I've been working on some video editing. I've been working on the, cutting up the tutorial videos to make them easier to... I've been cutting up the tutorial videos to make them more digestible, better to understand. And I realized there's a lot of things that I tend to say that I need to stop saying. One of them is, yeah, or, and basically. Because yeah is just filler, or is just filler, and basically is kind of contradictory, because sometimes it's not really all that basic. And it's just a word that I gotta stop using, because it don't make no sense. Whew. Moth crew, not fleet? Yeah, we're a crew now, because I realized we don't really do any fleet stuff. So, we're a crew now. We commit heists. Okay, let's see. Was one of the...
It's been quite some time since watching on Twitch, but I wanted to drop by to say hi. OMG hands?
Hands! Yes. Welcome on in there, Canonless. I hope you've been doing well. I hope you're having a good day. And yes, we are real moth. With real hands. I hope you're having a good day. And holy cow. Why are you folks giving money? Save your money. Save your money. Gonna annoy Chips as I have not been able to do it all day. Go annoy the Chips. Get them. Sick them. Tell them Lampy sends his regards. And then flick them on the nose or something. Just go like... I don't know, something along those lines. Just, I don't know, bug him. Tip over his cup.
No, heat my bits.
Never. Okay, hold on a minute. You know what? I know exactly what needs to be done here. Hold on a minute. Canalist, hold on a minute. Canalist. Wait. YouTube Studio ain't set up properly. There we go, better. Canalist, hold on a minute. Save your money, stop giving me money. Save your money, save your money. Save your money. Lampyception, save your money. Alright, let's put this Lampy back to where they're supposed to be. There we go, all set. Chip says hello. Yo, Chips. Hope you're having a good day there, buddy. Alright, let me try to catch up with the reading because I missed a lot. Okay. Moth crew, not fleet. Welcome to the welcome raiders to the lamp cult. Not cult, well, kind of cult, but no more cult. Okay. So if you're growing human features, would that make you the Lampy Prime? Maybe? There's always a Lampy Prime, and the Lampy Prime's the most evil. Don't believe me? Check out the lore video. Okay, so, alright, so I saw that part. Like, so basically you're trying to remove the filler words or something. Yeah, basically. Ah, for crying out loud. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to remove the filler words because I feel like, you know, I keep saying those ones too many times. It's time to stop. Especially if I have to do, you know, I've been talking about this one in nauseam, that I've been trying to do a lot of YouTube tutorial videos. But I don't record my stuff, not so much that I don't record, is that I don't rehearse. I just do things on the fly. So, since I do things on the fly, and there's no script, it doesn't come out very well. So I try to fix that part up, but easier said than done. Anyway, Yoshikage Kira enters the chat. Nah, it's fine. Yoshikage Kira Yoshikage Kira only goes for women's hands. I'm in the safe. I'm in the clear. So long as I'm not in the way, or I don't see the crime, then I'm good. All right, let's see. Eat my bits? No. Also, phrasing. Lampy up close and personal. That's deserving of bits. I'm glad that you liked that one. That was actually a fun little animation. I've mentioned that before, that when I saw the lean, I thought too close, too personal, but then I realized, wait, I got a funny idea with this. Instead of doing the lean, we're going to try something else. Agreed? I don't remember what we're agreeing on, but so long as it's not cold, yeah, sure, why not? BRB, need to get my wrist brace. All right, go get that wrist brace. Always keep an eye on health. Did you already talk about the month-long vacation? I think I missed it. I have not. I have been overwhelmed with everything, but we're getting there. The Lampy Prime was a nod to Metroid. Oh, then yeah, this was definitely Lampy Prime is definitely in the Metroid. Or, you know what I mean. Truly well-deserved. Oh, bro, it's almost been a year, and the growth has been crazy. I'm impressed, seriously. What growth? Oh, this growth. Yeah, this has been a pretty impressive and concerning growth. This hand needs to be removed. I don't know how to get rid of it, though. Somebody help. How do you remove hands from chest? I asked Google, but they just sent me an AI message. And that didn't help. But in all seriousness, thank you there, Dark. I greatly appreciate that. Also, Alice, thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Can we give it, or yeah, can we get a shout out for Alice, the Orange Spirit? If you're still there, Scott. If not, don't worry about it. Ant from chest? No, not ant. Hand from chest. I need to remove this hand, and I don't know how to get it surgically removed. Somebody help. This thing, I mean, it helps typing, but it's also very difficult to type. Somebody send help. Also, everybody stopping by from Alice the Orange Spirit stream. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, full-size moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes some live 2D rigging streams. And today is one of those drawing streams. Right now, we're currently sketching out a car. I need to draw the Knight Rider car. And for the most part, I don't know what I'm doing. But that's also because I keep forgetting to look at the reference, and I'm just going off the cuff. Also, if you want to see what the sketch looks like so far, it's a sketch. Don't worry about it being, like I said, don't worry about the sketch being good yet. We just need to get an understanding of what we're drawing before we can actually, you know what, let's try to be a little more on brand about this. There we go, perfect. We're trying to work on the sketch right quick. Once we get an idea in mind, that is when we can actually work on the, you know, cleaning it up, fixing the lines, making the proportions actually look decent, and actually putting some actual detail. So that is our game plan. Also, give me a second. We're going to give a shout out to Alice. Folks, go check out Alice. They play a lot of chill games. Really awesome people. Okay, I said they play chill games, and then I see Repo. But you know what? Still very chill. Go check them out when you get there. Really awesome people. Go watch. And also, if you gotta take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about raiding and running, because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to stick around, I greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. Also, folks, we're gonna be playing... Okay, I know I said I wanted to play Risk of Rain 2, but I'll leave that for next week. This week, Night Rain. I need to beat up that new boss. They brought out a... Okay, not so much a new boss, but they upgraded one of the older bosses. And I need to beat that thing up. I'm going to be playing Night Rain tomorrow. And luckily, now that they added duos, it's going to be easier to make a more... it's going to be easier to do a community night. But I also learned another thing that I could do. If we don't... if there's a time where everybody's just chilling out and not looking to play, I'm just going to jump into solos. Because I think I finally got the hang of solos now. So, we got that option as well. Yeah! Or I could just play the other way where I just join a bunch of randoms. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But anyway, yeah, let's see. So does that hand have the capability of snapping fingers? Yes. I can't do a thumbs up in this angle. Yeah. 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 You know what? Don't worry about it. Could try shouting unhand me. I don't get it. Snap your fingers to the step. You can do it all by yourself. Good idea. Snap fingers. Okay, I can't snap fingers from this angle. I thought, you know what? Let me just snap these fingers off. Should be simple enough. Yeah, it wasn't that simple. If you use Mix It Up or Streamer Bot, I can always help.
I forgot to ask. Moth plush cult cape?
We don't have a... You know what? Tell you what. You want the cape for the plushies? I mentioned this for... Yeah, I'm gonna be putting that as a goal for the 8th. Oh, right. I should probably also talk about that. Okay, so first, two things. One, now that we got this car all set up, the other thing that I've learned over the years is that don't erase your mistakes yet until you fix said mistake. For example, also thank you for the bits there, Canalist. You see that part right there? That line? That shouldn't be there. Let me try to... Yeah, that line right there, that shouldn't be there because I put the window too close. I could have erased that a while back, but then I wouldn't know where my mistake was. So in order to know where my mistake was, I just kept it there, fixed up the window, and now that we got that part all set up, we could actually get rid of this part. So let's actually do that right now. Where is my eraser? Okay, I can't do that because I forgot where my eraser was. We'll figure it out. Oh, you were asking about the hand removal. Oh! Okay, I apologize. That one's on me. I didn't think this through. Okay, so that's one thing. What else was I planning on talking about? Oh, right. So, folks, on the 8th, we're going to be finally celebrating the 3K celebration because I was supposed to do that last month, but my brain got fried. And I'll be honest, it was probably best that I didn't celebrate the 3K celebration last month because, well, a lot happened last month. A lot happened last month, and I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about everyone else. So, yeah, I think they were more prioritized elsewhere. So, the 3K celebration probably wouldn't have hit the same way. Now that it's kind of settled, I think this month might be the good time to do that. Also, Meebo25, thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the Moth crew. I hope you enjoy your stay. By the way, you're lampy now. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. Where's my eraser? Still trying to figure that part out. Also, the little lampy figures that you see here, they're going to be on hold for a minute because I'm still trying to figure that part out. And the cost is ridiculous to make even 10 of these. So I probably need to set up a time where I could get like 50 of them just like the plushies. But yeah, that's going to be a bit tricky. Now, where on earth is that eraser? But anyway, going back to it, like I was saying. So, this coming Saturday, or not this coming Saturday, this coming Friday? I want to say Friday. It's either Friday or Thursday. We're going to be doing a 3K celebration. We're going to be playing some games. I'm going to be doing some drawing. There's going to be a lot of risk of rain and night rain. There's going to be a lot of rain, for the lack of a better term. Now, seriously, where did I put that eraser? Oh, there it is. I found it. I found the eraser. I was wondering where this thing was. Okay. Your hands need a stretch because the cramps, probably. Probably. I'm mostly trying to rip them off, but, that doesn't work. But also, welcome on in. Okay, let's see. Okay. A lot happened in my house, and it's hard to talk about without puns, so I won't say more on it right now. That's fair, that's fair. I completely understand. You don't need to say any more, but I hope things around your house get easier. I hope things get better. And I hope, I hope things get better, and I hope life gets easier. Rain? Rain, yeah, there's a lot of rain to go about that next week. Oh, you know what? I could also be... Well, we'll talk about that one later. So, what was I trying to talk about again? I apologize. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to do because it's been so long, and I'm trying to remember how I'm trying to go about everything. So, while I'm drawing the car, and I'm going to use the eraser now to clean up the mistakes, let's talk about the 3K celebration. So, two things that I need to bring up there. It's going to be a week-long event, so folks have time, because I know folks wanted the Lampy moth dog. For those that don't know, it's a hot dog. But yeah, people wanted the Lampy hot dog, and I told them I would give them the opportunity, but it wasn't gonna be easy. But it is an option. People also demanded the Lampy Maid, as they always do. And of course, that's always going to be an option, but it's not going to be easy. There's a lot of goals, but for the most part, it's going to be fairly small goals this time because I am overwhelmed with work. So it's not going to be a huge set of goals to reach, but we have the main ones that people wanted, which was the Lampy Maid Live 2D model, the Moth Dog PNG, or Live 2D model, depending on which goal we reach. And we're also going to probably be doing, well, no giveaways this time, not yet, but I think there were other projects I don't remember. But overall, the main thing I just want to do is just, hang out with you folks. Because, again, 3K celebration, I know it's early to talk about. Well, actually, no, it's not early to talk about. The 3K got reached in August? No, not today's August. Well, tomorrow's August. It got reached in June, and I took all of July off, so it's actually not pretty early. It's actually pretty late for me to bring up, but the main goal for me for the 3K celebration is just get an opportunity to hang out with you folks, because, again, I'm only one bug. I'm only one man. So for 3K to even hit, that means that... Yeah, for 3K to hit, that means that's not just me. That is each and every one of you. So I want to show my gratitude to each and every one of you. I'm not going to draw all of you like last time. I learned my mistake from the 100 followers many years ago. I've learned my lesson. I'm not doing that one again. Okay, let me see. Also, we're going to catch up on a few things. Also, local Eskimo, thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time military, football-sized moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes I like to do rigging streams. And today is one of those drawing streams. We're currently working on a sketch, but we're getting there little by little. Hope y'all enjoy your day. I hope y'all enjoy your stay. And if you got to take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about raiding or running, because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to screw around, I greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. What were you up to? What were you playing? We're going to give you a shout out in a little bit. I just got to catch up with a little bit of the reading. I want to see what this message is all about. And do not worry, we're going to give you the shout out. We even paused ads because two things. One, ads suck, and two, you just raid it. That would suck to just have to raid into ads. So we're not going to have that. Okay, mine is Meyer lose, then off like you know how. Oh, how to crack fingers. I can do then with all of my fingers, including my thumb. Oh, snapping? Oh, I understand. Are you making plushies? I am getting them made. I myself am not making them. I wish I had the time to make plushies, but I myself cannot make the plushies. So I am getting them ordered. I'm getting 50 of them ordered, so look forward to that in the future. Well, I already have them ordered. I just gotta wait for them to show up. Also, Brina, welcome on in. How you be? I hope you're having a good day, everybody. Good to see you there. Not Siri? Let's see. Milk is paranoid. Milk is very paranoid. Also, I saw someone redeemed getting the robot, so robot time. Thank you for the robot redeem. Also, check it out, flamethrower. Always gotta do that. Always gotta add the flamethrower when I get the chance. Okay, we're gonna drop that robot right over here. Which, by the way, folks, in case you were wondering, the robot was drawn and rigged and animated by yours truly. It was a pain. Why was it a pain? Again, going back to the flamethrower. But yeah, let's try to catch up with that reading. What were you up to? What were you doing? I hope things were going well. Rah. Why are we rawing? I've been playing Factorio for 4-ish hours. Oh, 4-ish hours. I thought you were saying 41 hours. I was gonna be like, what the? Also, Thero, welcome on in. I saw your name and I forgot to respond, and I apologize for that. That was me being forgetful. And yeah, that was me being forgetful. Y'all folks, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Y'all folks ever have that situation where it's like, you see something, you see a name, and then you forget to say something? I guess this is a question to the streamers out there, because this happens to me way too many times, and I'm trying to fix that. That's cool? Yo, thanks. I'm glad that you liked that. If you thought this was cool, hold on a minute. Has its own laser. Boy, this one was a pain. Let me tell you, this project took a whole year. Actually, all these live 2D models take a whole year for the most. Well, the big ones take a whole year. Mostly because I gotta add a whole comic, I gotta do some animations, I gotta figure out how to set up a boss fight. The list goes on. A year? Yeah, okay, so here's the reason why it took a year. One, trying to figure out how to set up the fire part, because it wasn't just putting fire as an animation. I wanted it to move whichever direction I wanted it to. This is not like an animated scene. This is its own thing where it moves however I feel like it should move. If I want it to move diagonally, it moves diagonally. Horizontally. Vertically. If I want it to go in a circle, goes in a circle. Then there's the whole, also, flash warning again, the flipping of the lid. That one was a struggle as well as making all the tiny little flames, all of that stuff. Also, check it out. It comes with its own, I forgot these words, but yeah, check it out. Solar panel. Okay. But so yeah, along with that, I had to add up or set up a little comic to go along with it. And then after that, I thought, hey, what if I turned it into a boss fight stream? So the model was one half. Everything else that went along with it was an entirely different half. If you want to see how the boss fight stream went, go check out the YouTube channel. And if you want to see the comic that I was talking about, go check out the lore channel. Just put ! lore, and you'll find all those answers. Now, where on earth did I put Knight Rider card? There it is. Whew. Burped Angel? Okay, hold on. So we got to go back to... Okay, so we got to fix up one other part. Speaking of a year-long model, hold on. So I need to go and switch this out. Also, add start in a minute. Gotta put Lampy there. We gotta get rid of the bird, but before the bird goes away, gotta go to the drawing room. Because the bird is flying off with Ryu's card. Alright, let's go over here. Switch that out. Okay, I need to fix up a couple more parts here and there. There we go. And we are all set. Oh, hold on a minute. There we go. And we're all set. What else was I trying to do here? Let's go back to the drawing screen. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we had to switch the bird out to their actual form, or to their main form. Speaking of which, folks, funny thing was, the bird up there, that was the other one that took a year, practically a year to work on. Why did the bird up there take a year to work on? Mostly because rigging the model was standard. Adding all the other features... Okay, granted, the sword is not an extra feature, but adding the... Hold on a minute. Let me try to add these animations right quick. Adding one of the animations, that was one thing. Adding a couple expressions was another. Setting up the tutorial video, which is coming out hopefully next year, that was an entirely different thing right there. Ugh. So yeah, funny enough, the reason why some of these models take a year or so isn't because of the model itself. It's everything that goes around the model. It's pain. But it's well worth it. Also, folks, you know what? I'm going to do a quick shameless promotion. I feel like I should be showing this video off more often than I'm not. Give me 1 second. Your channel, videos, share. Or you know what? I should just be sharing the whole thing. I should just share the whole YouTube channel. New vid on YouTube. And then we drop the link. And then we put that there. And then we just pin this thing. Then we leave it there forever. Perfect. Okay, now let's get back to the drawing. Now that we got the erasing done, let me go back to the car. We try to catch up with some reading. I know I missed a lot. Okay. Ooh. Hi, Mothman. Yo! Dice. Hardcore. Blobby. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to make sure that I didn't miss anybody. I know I missed a few people, and I apologize. I gotta catch up on the lore. I don't know. Luckily, it's only like... Okay, it's a good number of pages, but luckily it's, there's not a lot of reading, so you should be good on that. That is so freaking cool. It was 1,000% worth. Thank you, I greatly appreciate that. I was gonna say, there's a lot that I could say about the bird, but I feel like I've already said all that I needed to say a while back. But yeah, bird, really fun project. But yeah, it took a lot of work, and like I said, it took a lot of work because of everything around it. Definitely worth it. Yeah, thank you there, Brina. I greatly appreciate that. Took a moment to take care of my cat. I come back to see Lampy in a punch buggy. That's right, we're back in the punch buggy. That's so cool. Yo, thank you there, Milk. I greatly appreciate that. Let me try to catch up with some things. Okay. No, like, I can take a joint out of the socket. Why can you do... That's a concern. And easily at that too? Oh, that is definitely a concern. But yeah, welcome on in there, Blobby. I'd be giving shoutouts, but I got an arm attached to my... I got an arm attached to me. I'm having trouble typing today. Got my snacks and have returned. Welcome back there, Alice. I hope things are going well. Main form? I got a... Oh, so I read that one. Okay. New bit. Okay, wait. No, I've... Might have to draw some Mech Moth fan art of Lampy. If you do, I would greatly appreciate that. You don't have to, but if you choose to do so, and this applies to everybody. If anybody chooses to draw art of Lampy or anything Lampy related, I honestly am going to sit there stunned because I don't know what to say. I am legit would struggle with words. But anyway, the reason why I also put that YouTube channel there is because I wish I could show so many more features of the bird, but for the sake of the stream and not accidentally pushing buttons and having animations fly all over the place, I disabled a lot, if not... Yeah, I disabled a lot of the bird animations. The only ones I kept was the sword and the derpy expression. Because, yeah, we need to get rid of those derpy expressions a bit, you know? We need to get rid of those expressions. Also, let's get rid of that sword right quick. And we should be good. So, what was I talking about again? Oh, right. So I've been practicing video editing. I forgot to mention that part. I've been practicing a lot of video editing. So whenever there's a smaller video, because I know not all the videos I'm going to be working on are going to be massive. If it's going to be a massive video, I know who to go to about that. I know a few people that I can go to about that. But for the most part, I'm going to keep the smaller videos and work on them myself, because video editing, if I'm working on a lot of videos, it's going to be very costly. I mean, heck, I'm already working on a chibi model for somebody just for 5 videos. And that's not even going to finish them all off. Chances are I'm going to be working on more videos, or I'm going to be having them work on more videos than that, so 5 videos isn't going to be enough for the entire tutorial series. But for some of the smaller sections of the tutorial series, I think I'm going to be working on them on my own. For the bigger projects, I got somebody working on that. They're kind of busy at the moment, you know, taking care of IRL stuff, so that part might take a minute, but even then, while they're working on that, I'm going to be working on cutting the videos, getting rid of all the unnecessary stumbling, and, you know, get that all fixed up. But enough about me. How's everybody been? Oh, wait, okay, so while I wait on that, while I wait if anyone chooses to answer that question, you don't have to answer that if you don't want to, but... No worries, Lampy. Good to see you streaming again. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. Speaking of, folks, I mentioned this last time, that the last time I took a break, everything hit the fan. Horrible things happened. And I even had to look back on it, like, I remember saying that some horrible stuff happened. What happened the last time I took a break? And then I remembered. The voice actor for Batman, Kevin Conroy, and the Green Ranger all passed away within that week alone. I thought, I gotta stop taking breaks. I take a month-long break. You want to know what happens? Ozzy Osbourne passes away. Hulk Hogan, you know, depending on how you feel about it, there's a lot of controversy behind Hulk Hogan for many reasons, but still a legend in WWE. He passes away too. Like I said, depending on how you want to feel about it, that's entirely up to you. No judgment here. But most importantly, Chuck Mangione, the guy with the trumpet from King of the Hill. I know he does more than just King of the Hill stuff, but that's what, let's be honest, that's where we all remember him from. Chuck Mangione from King of the Hill. He too passed. I'm just thinking, oh yeah, and I guess some V Shoujo stuff happened too. But for the most part, we lost a big rock star, we lost a age-old wrestler, and we lost Chuck Mangione from King of the Hill. all within the span of a couple days, and I'm thinking, I gotta stop taking breaks, people. This keeps happening. Every time I take a break, disaster happens. Oh, and that earthquake that just hit the entire world. I gotta stop taking breaks. Folks, the next time you hear how do I put this? If I say that I'm gonna take a break, somebody stop me. Somebody stop me, because this stuff keeps happening. I don't know what to say. Farewell, Toots. I love the car. Also, Lampy Hands. Lampy Hands. Yeah! Thank you for the hydrate there, Nekomata. I greatly appreciate that. Also, welcome on in there, Ivy. I hope you're having a good day. Farewell, Toots for Chuck. Yeah, I know, right? Rest in peace there, Chuck. I knew you from King of the Hill, and that's all I needed to know. As Chuck once said in that episode of King of the Hill, when I found out about the news, I could definitely tell you, I didn't feel so good. Shout outs to anyone who gets that reference. Also, Theo Huxtable, who drowned Malcolm Jamar Warner. Oh, also lost Theo Huxtable. Wait, who's Theo Huxtable? And who's Malcolm Jamal? Okay, let's see. Once, happenstance. Twice, coincidence. Thrice, enemy action. Yo, Booga, thank you for the 3 months. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome on in. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. I would give shout outs, but yeah, kind of difficult to do anything with a hand attached to me. I can't, yeah. But welcome on in there, Booga. Folks, go check out Booga. Also, are you ready for the new, or did you already fight the new, Elden Ring boss upgrade? Did you fight the new Night Sovereign? Yeah, that's the word. Gonna tell you to take more breaks. You want the world to collapse. You want the world to collapse, tell me to take more breaks. That's what happens. That also makes me wonder, what happens when I die? What happens to the world after that? I'm worried. Well, folks, if you are younger than me or outlive me, the only thing I could say is good luck. You're gonna need it. We're all entitled to a reprieve once in a while. Very true, very true. Also, thrice enemy actions, also very true. Like, there's something going on out there. Something that's happening that's saying, Lampy took a break? Alright. The gates have been released. The gates to hell have been released. It's time to commit all sorts of atrocities. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting there sleeping like, what a good day. Like, Lampy, did you hear the news? What news? Happens every time. Although, I will say, despite the fact that the world has been falling apart around me, it's been a pretty nice time. I got to play a lot of Night Rain with a lot of folks. I've been popping into a lot of folks' chats from time to time. I have not been able to be there as often as I would like, mostly because, again, my brain was just like... But I have been there. I have been popping up here and there from time to time, especially when I see Night Rain. I'm like, hey, yo, Night Rain? Night Rain? What's going on? Night Rain? Night Rain? So yeah, there's been a lot of that. I also realized this needs to go a bit higher. But then again, that's what sketches are all about. I mentioned that before. When you see that there's a problem with whatever you're drawing, don't fix that mistake yet, or do not erase that mistake. Fix it first, then erase everything that was kind of in the way. Right there should be good. Now we get the eraser. We get rid of this section here. A little bit. Alright, now that we got all of that done... Oh, right, for anyone wondering, Lampy, why are you using a pencil and why does this look like some hot garbage? It is because we have to get an idea in mind first. Once we get the idea in mind, that is when we can finally take time to actually put this on the actual canvas. We're currently working on sketch paper. Once we got the sketch paper done, that is when we work on the canvas. That is when we get what we have here onto here. That is our gameplay. Alright, also, let me see. Nice to have you back. How was your break? It has been good. Okay, oh, right. I should probably also talk about how my first week of my break was. The first week of my break, I sat there in bed. I sat there in bed for at least 3 whole days. And for anyone wondering, no, it was not depression. It was not, it wasn't anything bad. It was just, well, I guess a little bit bad. Basically, it was burnout. I had to just let my brain recuperate. Because, yeah, no, it was, like I said, I worked myself to the bone. I was working on projects all over the place within that month. I worked on a really big animation, which, don't get me wrong, I greatly appreciate the project because anyone who commissions me, I greatly appreciate that. And I always want to make sure that I give them my 100%. Sometimes I will look at the project and realize, oh my god, I got so much work to do. I was not ready for this. But I will still be, or, well, okay, maybe not so much not ready for this, but I will, regardless of how much work it is, I'm still going to do what I got to do. I'm going to make sure that it's its best. But at the same time, there are some situations where I just cannot, I cannot control when my brain fries at the end of the day. And that was a situation where my brain absolutely fried. So I had to sit there and literally recuperate. I just had to for 2 whole days, I just had to just sit there. I should be working on things. I should be drawing stuff. But you know what? I just need to sit here. I just need to sit here for a good, however long it is. No calls. After 3 days, I finally got back to not drawing, but I finally got back to walking around, doing stuff, hanging out. Night Rain was a good escape. Stuff like that. Also, Alito, welcome on in. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. I hope things are good. I hope things are well. I hope things are swell. All of that stuff. But yeah, after that, played a lot of Night Rain. After 2 weeks, I was finally able to draw again, so I took care of all of that. Also, to help with my creative endeavors and not get bored while still recovering from drawing burnout and animation burnout, I just started working on live 2D rigging and stuff. Fixed up the bird a little bit. I'm planning on fixing up the Lampy model a little bit. Continue to commission for someone else's live 2D model that is going to be, okay, funny enough, is going to be done somewhere near the end of the year. I mean, granted, I feel like I'm nearly finished with it, but it's going to be debuted at the end, or next year. First thing next year. But that's not the point. The point was, I got back to working on that one again because I was like, you know what, I got time, and it obviously it's commission, I got to do it. But considering how much time I have on it, I still got plenty of time to finish off the project. And they told me take all the time then. That's not the point. That's not the point. The point being is, I worked on that one some more. I worked on some other live 2D stuff. I still need to work on the, not the weasel, what is it called? The ferret. I still need to work on the ferret model for EB. But anyway, that's not, or yeah, but that's not either here nor there. I got to get back on track. Back on track. Mind, focus, focus. That away. So as I was saying, I just took my mind off of drawing by working on other things. Again, live or the video editing was another one. I made small videos. I made a relatively somewhat. Actually, I want to say this was a small video, but this was a small video because I chopped up. It was a small video now, but I had to chop up an hour and a half, practically 2 hour long video and break it down to 6 minutes. If you want to know which one I'm talking about, go check out the latest video. It's the bird boss fight video. I finally turned that entire stream into a video, so if you ever wanted to see the entire thing and not get stuck watching an entire 2 hour video, go check out that 7 minute long video. There you go. The problem solved. Problem solved indeed. Anyway, let me try to catch up with reading. Okay, Malcolm Jamal Warner was the actor. Oh, that's who you're talking about. We lost the guy from the Cosby Show, not Bill Cosby. I don't think anybody would be looking at it like, we lost Bill Cosby. I think we'd be looking at it like, oh, so Cosby ain't drugging people no more. That's a plus. But anyway, yeah, we lost one of the actors from the Cosby Show. I feel bad for anyone who worked on the Cosby Show, because obviously Bill Cosby kind of ruined it for everybody who worked on that. Everyone who was there for all those seasons, as soon as the news came out for Bill Cosby, obviously for them, it was like, well, there goes the royalties from that show. Thanks, Cosby. So I feel bad for everyone else who worked on the Cosby Show. Okay, we fighting it now. Best of luck. I'm wishing y'all the best of luck with fighting the new slug. I fought it earlier, and I want to talk about it, but since it just came out, I'm gonna shut my goddamn mouth because, you know, I don't want to spoil it for anybody else. I want people to jump into that fight fresh, not knowing what they're getting into, because I certainly didn't know what I was getting into, and holy cow, that was a spectacle. I didn't beat it, but it was a fun fight. Okay. All good? Glad to hear, glad to hear. I just realized that's not a hand, that's just you growing extra legs. Ah. 10-legged lamp. No, wait. 6 legs plus 4 legs. Yeah, 10-legged lampy. 10-legged lampy can't hurt, or 10-legged lampy isn't real. 10-legged lampy can't hurt you. 10-legged lampy. Okay. I suck at drawing background elements. I don't blame you. Drawing background elements, I could tell you, I struggled with that one for a good while. I'm still struggling with that. I've actually been trying to practice background elements for a while now, because that was one of my weakest standpoints. I say one of my weakest standpoints because my weakest standpoint in all actuality is drawing anything that's flirtatious. I physically cannot do it, even if I tried. I've talked about this one before many a times, that someone requested me drawing a body pillow of one of their favorite characters. I honestly gave it a shot. I could not do it. So that is my literal weakest standpoint. One of my other weakest standpoints is environments. Environments is a struggle. Hey Lampy, are you operating the Acroid version of yourself? How are you doing? Yes, indeed, we are operating. I am operating a Viacroid version of myself. Also, check it out, Fire. Give me a second. I need to load the gas tanks again. Fire. And I hope things are going well on your end. Things are going pretty well on mine. Nice, nice, nice. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. That's always good to see. That's always good to hear. That's always good to know, and all that other funny stuff. Folks, go check out Elito. They play a lot of, they play a lot of Night Rain. They also play other games. Really awesome people. That's actually really cool. Thank you. I drew and rigged it myself. It was pain. That was the toughest part of making this model. That's why I show the fire all the time, because that was the toughest part of making this model. Was the fire. If I decided not to put a flamethrower, or if I decided to just make the flamethrower an animation and just leave it at that, this model would have been done so much faster. But nope, I wanted to make it a physics thing. Never follow Lampy's, well, I was going to say, never follow Lampy's example. But if you yourself are trying to work on live 2D stuff and you want to make something absolutely insane, go for it, but brace yourself. I also realized my microphone got turned, so it's not even pointing at me. I don't even know how bad my microphone quality was for that time. There we go. Also, I might sound muffled. There's obstructions in the way. Maybe I should move the camera, or not the camera, the microphone. Maybe I should just put the microphone back to where it originally was. I'm gonna do that. Hold on a minute. In case it flips over, we're putting the camera away as well. All right, let's take this microphone, put it right back to where it originally was. Move it back over there. And we are good. We're back. We're good. We're back. We're back in action. Okay. Lampy evolving from moth to squid. Yes. Lampy is on... You know what's funny? Somehow, someway, Lampy has evolved into an eldritch abomination, and this was never the plan. Happy was supposed to evolve into... Actually, you know what? Going back to the lore that I have not explained yet, because, you know, it's not time yet. That's still part of the later part of the story. But, Lampy growing tentacles, that makes a lot of sense. And no, it's not Eldritch Horror stuff. It's going to be something else. Look forward to that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give a quick hint at what could probably entail why Lampy would probably be growing tentacles. Or shape-shifting in some way, shape, or form. Or at least mutating in some way, shape, or form. If you've ever seen old cartoons would explain mutations in... Okay, how do I explain this one? If you ever seen cartoons and you ever seen how things mutate in old cartoons, old TV shows, stuff like that, that'll give you a good hint on how Lampy would probably mutate and evolve. So look forward to that. Anyway, let's get back to the drawing. Okay, let's see. Trivia. The kit car has two design parents in common with a Back to the Future time machine. Posture check, posture check. Thank you for the posture check. Yeah. Okay, the robot. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes, so we're gonna switch out the robot. We're gonna go back to regular Lampy while we read this message. Wait, wrong button. Go back. Okay, we should be good. Thank you for the posture check there, Mech. I greatly appreciate that. Eldritch tends to happen from the power recall. It's not. This is why we're not going with Eldritch Abomination for Lampy. Lampy is not an Eldritch Abomination. Because if Lampy was an Eldritch Abomination, that would mean cult stuff. And I'm not going down that road. I don't care what you say. Like I said, there's already a price for that if you want me to go down that cult road. But in order for me to make that life-changing situation, the goal needs to be a life-changing situation. But yeah, don't worry about that part. What was I talking about again? Anyway, don't ask why I thought this, but when I was trying to redeem Stretch, I read the applause as Applebee's. You're hungry. Maybe. That might be the case. I'd say less an abomination and more like a freak of nature. Ironic that you say that. Give that one a minute. Give that one some time. Now, where's that kit car? Okay, so we gotta add that one part right here. So we see the... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, wait, no, I'm putting this in the wrong direction. It's gotta be like this. The angles have to go up, not down. And this part has to be a straightaway. Okay, I think for the most part, this should be alright for a sketch. Now it's time to finally clean this stuff up. Let's also put those windows on the sides. Let's make this a little bit sharper.
100K for a lamp be made? I'm over halfway.
Why? Why there, Candleless? Also, thank you for the bit. Save your money. Save your money. We drawing a car? We are indeed drawing a car. And okay, like I said, this might not look all that great, but do not worry. This is only a sketch. Hold on a minute. This is only a sketch right here. Yeah, there we go. Angles are tough. Or tough. There we go. Perfect. So, this is only a sketch, and I still need to fix up some other parts. Like, for example, the back looks not quite like not quite what we're looking for just yet. But we're getting there little by little, slowly but surely. Also, Romar, welcome on in. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. Kit. That's the one. Right. Did I finish the rest of that message? Hold on a minute. I think I might have gotten distracted. Okay, let's see. Trivia. The Kit car has two design parents in common with Back to the Future. Let's see. John DeLorean designed the Pontiac Firebird, and of course the DeLorean, but the same prop designer that made the dashboard in Kit did all of the mods on the Time Machine. Michael Sheffy. Oui, croissant. Oui, croissant. Anyway, so there were two designers for the Kit car is what I'm hearing, I think. I think that's what I'm hearing. Also, for those of you here, fair warning, I don't draw cars very often. So, drawing this car... Not gonna lie, I feel like I made just a... I think I just made a Honda Civic. Not the intent, but... yeah, that's what we got. We also need to open the car door there, but we'll open the car door later. We're gonna leave it as that for now, and now we go to the actual canvas. It's time to take everything that we just did there and drop it on the actual canvas now. It is time to put our practice to use. How to draw Lampy on paper? How to draw Lampy on paper. Tell you what, here's how you draw Lampy on paper. One, you get yourself a Lampy. There you go. There you go. Drawing Lampy on paper. Easy. No way, actually. There you go. Drawing Lampy on paper. Abstract. Absolutely. 100% drawing a Lampy on paper. That's how you do it. You just trace one of your Lampies on the paper. No, I'm kidding. Okay, let's get back to the actual drawing at hand. Boom. So, two things we need to do. Again, we need to make that box. We also need to use a lighter pencil for all of this. Let's start with our box. Put that box right there. But yeah, I think I talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. There was a lot to mention, but yeah, I think I'm finished with everything for now. How's everybody's week been? I think I talked about that earlier, but yeah, how's everybody else been now that I have caught up with everything? I talked about the Lampy plushies coming in soon. I talked about the video editing stuff that I was doing. I talked about the first 3 days and how I just hibernated, for the lack of a better term. I talked about all the disasters that happened while I was on break. So that was pretty cool. Okay, no, not the disasters. The disasters were not pretty cool. Those were not pretty cool. Oh, speaking of which, that was also funny. When the earthquake happened, everyone was talking about it. It was on the news all over the place. Also, I hope everyone stayed safe during the earthquakes. But my brother was telling me, like, dang, and we missed it. Like, I mean, it happened all over the world, but we didn't feel it. And my brother was talking about how he wished he felt it. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I think it's better that we know that it existed, but we don't live through it. I'm good staying over here where the earthquake didn't hit. Like, I'm good on that part. I don't need to know what it's like. I live in California. I deal with earthquakes all the time. I don't need to know it. I don't need to deal with that again. And yes, I'm okay with talking about where I live. Oh, that also reminds me. Okay, so funny story. Another funny story. I was talking to a friend. We were working on trying to figure out the mods for Risk of Rain 2. We haven't been able to fix those yet. But I was talking to a friend about Risk of Rain 2. Or while we were talking, I let the information loose that I lived in California. My friend tells me, because I tell them about what it's like over there and how expensive it is. And then my friend's telling me, like, oh, you live out there? Oh, yeah, I guess it makes sense why it would be pretty expensive. I mean, it's a nice place out there, right? God, I wish. But yeah, I gave my friend the sad news, like, you think California is a nice place? I hate to break it to you, friend, but let me show you what it looks like out here. And that was my friend's first exposure to what California is actually like. And they're telling me, like, wait, why do you spend so much? Yeah, why is it so expensive out there if it's that horrible? I just tell them, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that it's expensive out here. I need to move. Okay, let me try to catch up something. DeLorean created the car. Oh, DeLorean created the cars for the world. Michael Sheffu modified them for entertainment. Oh, I understand. I understand. I get what you mean now. I get what you mean. I've been getting into the Nerf hobby. Wait, what's Nerf? Nerf or nothing? You've been finding Nerf guns? Or is Nerf something else? It's been a long time. I don't know what all the words mean anymore, but I'm assuming it's Nerf gun. And in which case, what Nerf guns you got out there? What kind of Nerf guns have you been looking at? I miss Nerf guns. I'm too old for them now, and I don't say I'm too old for them now because, you know, oh, Nerf is for kids. No, I mean, I'm too old for them now because I can't afford I can't afford a place where I could use Nerf guns. Okay, I guess I'm not too old for them now. I'm too broke for them now. I can't afford Nerf guns. I can't afford space for Nerf guns. If I could, I would definitely use Nerf guns from time to time, because I think it would be funny. The epicenter was on the Russian coast. Oh, so that's where the that's where the earthquake happened? Ah, fair, fair, fair. Okay, so this should be good. This is a fairly solid box. It may not be the best boxes, but this one is mine. Now, let's go back to that sketch, and let's fix this up. Let's make this better. I'd recommend moving to the Midwest, but only if you're willing to put up with horrible summers and winters at all times. I probably would. I know my family wouldn't. I know my family wouldn't. That's my biggest problem is that, one, I can't afford it myself, and two, my brothers probably wouldn't go for it anyway. I know both of them would rather stay in this state for some reason. I'm like, but we could live somewhere cheaper. Okay, granted, okay, to be fair, I don't think it would benefit my brothers too much if they moved somewhere else, because now they got to deal with the wages that are out there. While for me, the wages are basically whatever job I can get online. I will say, that's the benefit of working online, is that doesn't matter where I am, so long as I have internet, I can make the money that is needed by, you know, getting drawing and animation and live 2D rigging jobs. It doesn't matter where I am. I could be out in the Arctic with no work at... Okay, I can't say there's no work in the Arctic. People work in the Arctic, but you know what I mean. I could be in the Arctic in the middle of nowhere. So long as I have internet, I'm good. I guess that's the main issue, is that if I don't have internet, I'm kind of in trouble. That's why I had to pick up the internet bill. I'm like, yeah, no, I still need internet. I need internet for the streaming. I need internet for the night rain. I need internet for work. So I'm paying for this internet. Luckily, my brothers worked on a couple of things. They got the bill to be cheaper. So instead of 115, it's dropped down to like 64. No, 66. So the bill ain't too bad. It's still a bill though, but the bill ain't too bad, but it's still a bill. So I still got to pay for that, which kind of sucks, but you know what? I get to keep the internet, and it's also better quality internet, so things move a bit faster. So that's a plus. That's definitely a plus right there. Yeah, Nerf, but not the brand, the hobby in general. If you feel like you're too old for it, they're very real looking nowadays. Understandable. Like I said, or yeah, like I corrected myself on, it's not so much that I'm too old, because, let's be honest, with age comes the benefits of not caring what other people think. And I know when people are younger, it's very difficult to break away from that mentality, like, I can't do this, I can't do that, people are gonna judge me. When you get older, it's like, I don't got many, yeah, I don't have too many years left, and I got a lot of work to do. I don't care what people think, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Where's my Nerf gun? But for me, like I said, it's not so much that, it's more so I don't have space for Nerf guns. That's my issue. Like, I wouldn't care. I'd probably be 70. If I could pick up a Nerf gun, I'd be using that Nerf gun. If I was 70, I'd probably... Yeah, if I was 70, I'd pick up that Nerf gun, and I'd be shooting my grandkids with it. I take it back. Having grandkids would require me to have kids, and having kids would require me to have a relationship, and having a relationship would require me to, you know, deal with physical contact. And I ain't about that life. Ugh. Anyway. So, yeah, I'll... What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, so grandkids in the long run, that's out of the question. All right, back to drawing the car. Let me see. So, let's look back on this stuff. Yo, Sunderstorm, thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day. Everybody stopping by from Sunder's stream. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, football-sized moth. Yes, the bug is the streamer. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes some live-to-D rigging streams. And today is one of those drawing streams. We are currently working on drawing a car on traditional... Or, yeah, we're trying to do some traditional art. I am struggling to draw a car. Here is currently our sketch. We got to make a second sketch, and then we got to use the ink and all of that stuff. But we'll get there little by little, slowly but surely. I hope you enjoy. If you got to take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about raiding or running, because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to screw out, I greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. How was the stream? Let's give a shout out to Sunder. Let me try to figure out how to shout out again. Been years. There we go. Go check out Sunder. How was Mario Party? I hope it was going well. I hope it was good. There's communities in my country that host games in the outdoor areas or in car parks. So I'm going to be doing that to reach my grass touching quota. Hey, congratulations on that. Best of luck with touching the grass, and best of luck shooting them with Nerf guns. I hope you have some really good times over there. That actually sounds hilariously fun. Let me see. I'm in mid-30s, and I've been playing Airsoft since I was able to drive. Never too old. Very, very true. Never too old. Never let people judge you for doing what you do. By horrible summers and winters, I mean corn... Let's see. Corn sweat. Because we're an agricultural region, and the drafts of Canada coming in from the lakes. Oh, understandable, understandable. No space? So, how'd you fit 100 lampies? Not 100 lampies, 50 lampies. And I stacked them up on top of each other. I just put them all in a bag. It was a big stack, and then I just put them in the corner. Yeah, let me see. The thunder is blowing in. The thunder is the storm is I can't say words. Give me a second. I need to breathe for a moment. There we go. The storm is approaching. That it is. That it is, my friend. The storm is approaching. Give me 1 second. We're going to try to add this car right quick. Now that we got some practice in there, we can actually try to draw this car to the best of our abilities. Not going to be the greatest, but we're going to try it our goddamn best. Also, yes, that is Bloodborne. Techno, not a techno, but like a synth remix. That is a remix to a Bloodborne song. Alright, so there's the car. Almost there. What was I talking about again? I just realized I just went quiet. We were talking about, well, we were talking about a lot of things. What was I talking about today? But anyway, oh, right, that was the other thing. But yeah, folks, don't worry about age. Do what you do. Especially since I can't judge about being old. You want to know why? I'm already over 30, and I got a little plushie attached to my hand. So I can't judge nobody even if I wanted to. So do your thing, folks. Do your thing. Get crazy. You have to get mad. Yo, Zeratees. Welcome back there, Brina. Hey, again? Hey, good to see you. And welcome on in there, Zeratees. How things be? Hope things are going well. Hope things are good. That reminds me, I remember seeing someone doing a Nuzlocke for the very first time. And it ended that same stream. I'm trying to remember. Who was I watching where they were doing that? Oh, let me try to catch up with things. I was playing Mario Party with a friend for their birthday. They didn't raid in with me, but they had fun. That's okay. That is quite alright. Because again, raids are not mandatory. Never are, never will be. But regardless, I'm glad to hear that you both have fun. I'm glad to hear that you're both still friends, because again, it's Mario Party. Mario Party usually means that, you know, people hate each other afterwards. So, the fact that you're both able to just walk away from Mario Party and be like, alright, I'll see you tomorrow, that's a good sign right there. That's a strong friendship. Right, now we gotta take this part of the car. Okay, so from what I'm seeing from this car, the entire door goes along like this. Just, it's a it makes sense. The car is a two-seater, from what it looks like. So it would make a lot of sense that this car would only have like two seats, so it would only be two doors. Kind of, in a way, sort of, a little bit, maybe. I also realized this is still too close up. We need to bring this back a bit more. What is this music? It's not bad, I'm just confused. I'm listening to this right now like, wait, when did this music pop up? What is this music? It might be some of the somber jazz, because there was a phase where I thought to myself, you know, I've been listening to too much of this synth music. I need something to chill with. I need some relaxing music. Let's find some chill and relaxing music. Noir jazz sounds about right. Let's go with that. You know what's funny? Okay, maybe not so much funny, but apparently it's very tricky to find... Yep, there goes my pencil. Well, it's very tricky to find my pencil after I dropped it. And two, it is very tricky to find the right kind of jazz that is copyright free, that won't get the channel hit, if that makes any sense. Because I was trying to find a very specific type of jazz. I didn't want the chill cafe vibes. And I didn't want the high octane, what's the word? Okay, I didn't want smooth jazz. I didn't want the cafe type of jazz. And I didn't want the Chips Ahoy type of jazz. I was trying to find, you know, noir mystery type of jazz. That type of mystery, or yeah, that type of private investigator. Yeah, private investigator type of jazz music. Which was actually rather tricky to find. See, that's what I mean. I keep saying, yeah, I'm trying to get rid of that, but it doesn't work. And I just caught myself almost saying it again. And again and again and again. I'm trying to avoid it. You know that meme that people use when they talk about someone or something trying to not to do a very specific thing that they do on the regular? It just shows this guy that looks like he's just sitting in his chair, veins popping, red, face red, and it looks like he's just trying to contain himself from doing something. That's me trying to not say yeah every other sentence right now. Yo, Uni, welcome on in. How you be? And congrats on the new model. I didn't say anything, mostly because my brain was fried, but congrats on the new congrats on the new model, Uni. Also, Zeratis, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the posture check. The save. Save? Okay, we got to save. Hold on a minute. Thank you for the save. Thank you for the stuff there, folks. Let me do the hydrate and let me catch up with Zeratis' message and Spock's. I missed a few. Give me 1 second. I don't like Nuzlocke. It's too easy to lock yourself off from things just because you aren't strong enough yet in your team. Also understandable, also very fair. I get that feeling all too well. That's why I don't do Nuzlocke challenges myself, because, yeah, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of struggle, and I don't feel like struggling. Oh, that's what it was. Oh, I remember who did the Nuzlocke. I remember who I was watching. It ended with Rollout. Or Rock-type Pokemon. I remember that part. I'm not going to call them out, but I remember who it was that I saw that they played a Nuzlocke, and very same stream, boom, it was over. I remember because there was a rant about fire and rock-type Pokemon. Okay. Good to see you back in Arton again. Thank you there, Zeratis. It's good to be back. There was a lot to do in the background, so definitely had a lot of time to work on things. But yeah, most importantly, I got the rest that I needed. Even if it costed 3 people their lives, an entire company collapsing in on itself, and an earthquake hitting the entire world. I think that rest was well worth it. This is no laughing matter. We lost Chuck Mangione, Ozzy Osbourne. Oh wait, not 3 people their lives, 4 people their lives. Chuck Mangione, Hulk Hogan, Ozzy Osbourne, and the guy from the Bill Cosby Show. Not Bill Cosby. Huxtable. No wait, what was the name again? Something Jamal. Alright, let me catch up some things. So I saw that part about the Nuzlocke. Nuzlocks are really better done after finishing the game already, though some people do enjoy doing blind Nuzlocks. That's also fair. Blind Nuzlocks. You know what? To each their own. Actually, you know what? I think a blind Nuzlocke would be pretty cool to try out. If you don't know what Pokemon are coming out, then yeah, it might be pretty decent. Me personally, I can't even look at a Pokemon game without knowing... I can't consider buying a Pokemon game without knowing what Pokemon are in there. Because I don't know if I'm going to like enough Pokemon to make an entire team. If I cannot make an entire team off of the Pokemon in that roster, I'm just not picking up that game. I can't do it. Okay, let's see. It's actually 4 out of 5 seats, but trying to get an adult in the back seat is a mistake. Fair. Fair. So what you're saying is, this car right here, the Knight Rider car, is a family car. The parents in the front, the kids in the back. This is a family car, and he's using it for fighting crime. Not gonna lie, big respect to that. That's like a superhero in a minivan. And being famous for it. Also, ads start in 30 seconds. Brings a smile to my face knowing there's others out there that remember Chips Ahoy commercials. Are you kidding me? I'm never gonna forget the old commercials because those ones were memorable. Those ones always stood out, which that's something that came to mind recently. We need to bring back those kinds of commercials. We need to bring back commercials that really catch your attention. We need jingles back. No more slogans. We need jingles. We need something that catches the mind. I say so a lot, then end my sentence and then add nothing. After and a lot, the start of my sentences. See, that's what I mean. It is tough to remove those words. Plushy moth, plushy moth. Hold on a minute. We gotta add the plushy moth. There you go. Thank you for redeeming plushy moth. And yeah. Well, there it is. But trying to get rid of those words.
Slogan? Moth cult.
No, we don't need a slogan. We do not need a slogan at all. That is not what I said at all. We need jingles. Remember Kit Kat? Well, I'll talk about that when the ads are over, but y'all remember Kit Kat? I remember Kit Kat. Let me see. Thank you. Wait. Why? What happened? Oh, yeah. Yeah, no problem. Wait. Ads. Right. Let's catch up with everybody who's not stuck in the ads. And then we'll catch up with everything before that. Okay. The kind of jazz you'd have in an Ingrid Bergman noir movie. Exactly. I don't know the name of that person, but yeah, in one of those noir movies, that is the type of music that I wanted for a minute. 4 people. Yeah, 4 people. My bad. There was 4 people. Malcolm Jamal Warner. That's the one. That was the guy from The Cosby Show. We lost him, Chuck Mangione, Hulk Hogan, and Ozzy Osbourne. Also, thank you for redeeming Plushy Moth there, EB. I apologize. My brain is kind of... Yeah, we kind of got to that point of the stream where my brain is a little fried because I've been talking for the past 2 hours and drawing a car, sketching a car twice. Not gonna lie, in comparison to the previous one, this one came out a lot better. We're getting there. Granted, this is still the sketch. We still need to fix up a lot of other things on it. Like, getting rid of those parts of the window. Probably making the car a little bit taller in a way. I don't know. Not taller, but we need to make it look a little more slick. Because that's the part that we're missing here, is that the car don't look slick enough. I want this car to look cool, hip. Other words that mean that sort of stuff that I refuse to say because I'm an old man now. You ain't gonna hear me talking about auras and stuff. Which, by the way, if you talk about that stuff, don't worry about it. No judgment here. You talk about those words all you like. It's just not the words for me anymore. There we go. That should be good right there. That should be good right there. Because I don't want anybody thinking like, oh, you use those words, you're this or that or here or there. Like, nah. Nah. You do your thing. Don't worry about it. It's just not my thing. That's all I'm getting at. All right, let's see. Jazz Noir? Yes, Jazz Noir. Oh, right. Let's catch up with the reading that I missed because of the ads. You wanted to keep you awake, strong heart mystery jazz. What's strong heart mystery jazz? I say so a lot, and then my sentences, and then add nothing after, and oh, a lot. Fair. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like, those words, it's tough to not say those words. It's a struggle. And it's a tricky one. 4 people? Yeah, we lost 4 people. Also, the guy who created Elder Scrolls series. Wait, what? When did we lose the guy who created the Elder Scrolls series? How's traditional drawing? I want to say we're getting there, little by little. Slowly but surely, I think we're getting there. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have shook the canvas while I was doing all of that. I think we're getting there. There we go. I think we're getting there. I'm trying to make this a very sleek car, but like I said, I don't have a lot of experience drawing cars, so this is definitely a tricky one. That should be good right there. Then we just add those points that make the car stand out a bit more. Like so, and so. Let's catch up with a little more reading, and then we get back to this again. Okay, also okay, so I saw that part. That's traditional drawing. Okay, so I read that part. Crime fighting family car. So The Incredibles. Yes, exactly, it's The Incredibles car. I mean, to be fair, when you look at The Incredibles car, this kind of looks like it. Or at least Mr. Incredible's car, this kind of looks like it. It's nice when the episodes have kids in them because they can be in the back seat without injury. There you go. Oh, that's what it was. I was talking about slogans and all of that. We need jingles. Y'all remember Kit Kat? I remember Kit Kat. I remember Kit Kat mostly because of the song. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. And then you eat the entire thing by yourself because forget all that nonsense. Funny enough, that's what I've heard, is that Kit Kats were supposed to be a candy that was designed to be shared with others. But this is America. Okay, maybe not even America. This is just human nature. Like, this candy, you see this candy there, sir? See, we made little etches so you could break pieces off. Ah, okay. And those pieces are supposed to be broken off so you could share them with your friends. I understand. Break them off so it's easier for me to eat all 4. Wait, no, that's not what I said. Sir, stop eating the Kit Kat. Sir, you're supposed to share with that. Get off me! Get off me! I apologize. That was a stupid bit. Anyway. So yeah, I remember Kit Kat. Whew. Also, thank you for the bits there, Candleless. I greatly appreciate that. The plushception? Indeed. There's plushies on the screen while plushies are on the screen and the plushies are watching the plushies. That's the plushies be plushies. Snap into a Slim Jim. Anyway. The slogan is, there is no cult. That's the slogan. You know, I really, really do hate how true that is. I am mad. I am absolutely livid. Not because of what you said, but how true what you said is. And that's just digging into my soul right now. I want to say the music they used in the Chips Ahoy commercial was also used in an airline commercial. It probably was. It probably was. Not as memorable because you didn't have dancing cookies, but understandable why they would. It's a very iconic song, but let's be honest, Whenever anybody hears that song, we're thinking about cookies. The box method is always great for drawing in perspective and making things look dimensional. Yeah, this is the one time, or okay, to be fair, whenever it comes to boxes and perspective, it's always a car. Like for me, the only time I actually use the box is when I'm working on a car, because outside of that, I mean, I've gotten used to not needing the box, but whenever it comes to a car, I desperately need this box. I need this box wholeheartedly. I'm not going to be able to pull this off without this here box. The box needs to be there. Okay. Looking back at the reference photo can only help. Very true. There's only so much the reference can help, though, to be perfectly honest. When this car hit the market, there was a slogan set to a jingle for Pontiac. We build exciting Pontiac style. I did not see that jingle. Unfortunately. I wish I did. You're doing great at drawing a car. I know they can be intimidating. They can be intimidating. Especially when they're driving right in front of you. Oops, wrong spot. There we go. Oh, let's see. The chocolate crispy taste gonna make your day. And whenever you hear, oh yeah, and whenever you go, you hear the people say, "Give me a break, give me a break." Yeah, that's the one. I forgot it had an entire song. I just remembered the last half, or the last part. Have you heard of the new Kit Kat slogan? Crispy, creamy Kit Kat break. It's not good at all. The song way better. I did not know that they made a new slogan. And yeah, this is what I mean. Like, it doesn't have the same ring, it doesn't have the same tune, and it doesn't stay in your head. You either gotta make it very, very catchy, or you gotta make it very, very funny. If you don't do either, it's not gonna stick. I don't know what happened, but what happened to the marketing tactics back then? Or yeah, what happened to the marketing tactics? I feel like we lost a lot of the marketing tactics, or maybe the times have changed, and I refuse to accept change. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know, but I'll be honest. A lot of these things that I know of nowadays, I only remember them because, you know, the slogans many, many years ago. But now, if they have slogans that I don't know of, probably because, you know, it's not being advertised as much. Then again, a lot of these candies, a lot of these things that used to have those slogans back in the day, they were kind of new. They were kind of fresh. So they have the standing to have terrible slogans now. Like, they could have a terrible slogan and it won't matter. You remember them. You already recognize them from probably back in the day or your local grocery store. Is that line even a thing anymore? Do people say your local grocery store anymore? Now that I think about it. Like, unironically, do people say your local grocery store anymore? I don't know. I don't know the Chips Ahoy song. Hold on a minute. We're gonna do something a little crazy right quick. I'm gonna get that Chips Ahoy song right quick. And I know there's a specific name for it, but I'm just gonna say Chips Ahoy. And then it's gonna find me that song. Off the bat, I already know it. It did not. Chips Ahoy song. There it is. A minute long for this, but close enough. Oh, it's just going to keep going for another... No. We only needed 30 seconds of that. That's already going to be muted in the channel, probably. Like, if anyone looks at the VOD, that was probably going to be muted already. But, wait, did anybody hear that part? I don't know if it was too low, or not high, or too high, too low. I don't know. If it wasn't loud enough, I'll just play it again. Okay. But yeah, that's an actual song without the term chips, or without them saying Chips Ahoy every 5 seconds. But yeah. We heard it? Ah, fantastic, fantastic. But yeah, just look up Chips Ahoy song and you'll probably find it. It was a low, but no need to risk a copyright strike. Fair, fair, fair. Alright, let me see. They were trying out this new one now, but I hope it flops. Honestly, I feel like, well, actually, you know what? Part of me kind of agrees. I hope that we get a different one. I hope we get a different jingle. That's what we need. Like I said, going back to it, we need jingles. Where are the jingles? We need more jingles in our songs. I remember back when shows told you to visit your local library. Oh yeah! I forgot about all of that. Also, spay and neuter your pets. Oh. I mean, the airline video was still iconic in my opinion. It had a dancing baby elephant. I missed that. When did this baby elephant dancing commercial happen? What year was this? Okay, they no longer get to say, "Attention Kmart shoppers." I know, right? I forgot about that part. I remember back when shows told you... Okay, so I saw that part. Bet you bite a chip. Yeah. I miss cartoon... Or, I miss, commercials. Kind of. Okay, I kind of miss commercials, but at the same time, not really, because I miss the older commercials. You could actually sit there and enjoy yourself for a minute sometimes until you've seen enough of the commercials, and then you just get bored out of your wits like, yeah, I've seen this commercial like 100 times. Show me something new. But you know they weren't going to show you something new because that's not how ads work. Alright. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Yes, most definitely. That just reminds me, I never did finish that, I never finished that cup PNG asset. I've been meaning to get back to that. I've been meaning to get back to a lot of things, but I haven't done it. Like, there's two PNG assets that I was supposed to put on the coffee a long time ago. One of them was a coffee mug, and the other one was a clipboard. But I didn't put either of those up there yet. The PNGs are done, they're finished, and I haven't done anything with it. I honestly do not know why, but I need to fix that. Alright, so now that we got this, it's time to put the part where we actually have the car door open. Also, Chayo, welcome on in. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. Also, the model is nearly finished. I set up most of the things for the second outfit for the model. I just need to add the physics and show the short hair because I forgot. I had a video for the short hair, but unfortunately, the video would not load into Discord. Also, folks, go check out Chayo. We're working on a live 2D model for them. We are nearly finished with their rig, and it should be out by next year. So look forward to that. It's going to be awesome. Okay. I'm trying to find commercials to send you in DMs. Yes, send me all the commercials. It's Nerf or nothing is a good slogan. That was also true. It's Nerf or nothing. Because it lets you know you have to buy Nerf If you're not buying Nerf, what are you doing with your life? Also, Destroyer, welcome on in. Thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Folks, if you haven't checked out Destroyer, I highly recommend that you do. If you're a fan of robot... Really? Go check out Destroyer. They do a lot of gaming streams. If you're a fan of Mech Break or Mecha Break, can't remember. Oh, it's literally right there. Mecha Break. If you're a fan of that or any other shooter games, like what's the word I'm looking for? 2D shooters and stuff like that. No, not 2D shooters. What am I saying? Words. If you are a fan of FPS's first person shooter. 3PS. If you're a fan of shooters or mecha, that's a good place to go. They play a good variety of all that stuff. Yeah. If Gun Go Boom, we probably like it. There you go. That's the one. There's their slogan. If Gun Go Boom, they probably play it. Go watch Destroyer for all of your boom-related needs. And everybody stopping by from Destroyer Stream. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, football-sized moth. Yes, the bug is the streamer. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes some live 2D rigging streams. And today is our return stream. We are currently working on a car sketch. Check this out. This looks horrible, but we're getting there. I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you enjoy your stay. And if you got to take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about raiding and running because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to stick around, I greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. And how was the rest of the mech break? I hope it went well. Whew. Plushie tuber. Yes, we do be a plushie. Sometimes. This is just one of our... Wait, how long have I been a plush? 23 minutes? 7 more minutes and we go back to our regular model. Hold on a minute. Where's the actual model? Give me 1 second. Actually, you know what? We're going to show a bunch of models. Give me 1 second here. So, this is the main model. Also comes with a mascot, which is a bird. Bird also has a second form. Give a second. Bird also has a second form. Lampy also has a gun. Because why not? Speaking of guns, Lampy also has a mech. Because... Hey, where's my mech? There it is. Because... I don't know why I'm insane. But yeah. There's a lot of different stuff going on there. Now, let's go back to the plush mode. Speaking of which, if you thought you were safe from the gun when we were in plush mode, surprise. You'd be wrong. Okay. Looking kind of fleshy for a bug. I know, right? I need to remove this hand. Someone get me a doctor. Alright, let me try to catch up with some things. Let me try to catch up with some stuff. Alright. But yeah, I have mostly drawn plushy forms for my VTuber friends. Yo, nice. Congratulations there. I hope you've been having fun with that there, child. Okay, so I read that part. Add what would you sell? Not plushies or comms. Wait, what? A Lampy Moth ad. What would that be if it wasn't? A Lampy Moth ad would probably be selling... What would I sell? I'd sell guns. Like, hey there, folks. Welcome to Lampy's Gun Emporium. We've got shotguns. We got more shotguns. We got even more shotguns. If you thought we only had shotguns, guess what? You'd be wrong. We got more shotguns than you could possibly imagine. More shotguns than you expected. So head on over. We got grenades and flamethrowers and everything. We also got a Snickers. You want Snickers? I like Snickers. Also Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. And Doritos. Come to Lampy's Gun Emporium today. That's how the commercial would go. Okay. Third-person shooters, TPS. Yeah, there we go. FPS, TPS, all that stuff. TP your house. It was good. Got a little unlucky with storms on the last match, but we extracted. Congratulations, and sorry to hear about the storm. I'm sorry to hear that the storm was approaching. Around 40% of the map was Corite, I think. What's Corite? I'm Corite. What's Corite with you? That was terrible. That didn't work. This isn't a doctor's office. We don't... Oh, we're not here for our shots. Too bad. You thought plushie or plushception was one thing? Now we got gunception. Give me your money. Anyway. I have but been finishing them by coloring once I am back from my hiatus break. Ah, fair. Congratulations. Or yeah, get that rest, do what you gotta do. And we look forward to you coming back from your hiatus in the future there, child. Also, PT, good, welcome on in. How you be? Aloha? Aloha to you too. And Ooga Boogie and all that. How you be there, PT? Okay, you should know Lampy. He's a moth who's full of surprises. I don't know what you're talking about. And just make a 30-second bit of someone going insane, eating a Kit Kat bar and trying not to share? No! Totally not. I'd buy that for $1. That's what's up. Was that a pun from Lampy? What pun? What did I say? Oh, right, the Corite. Corite equals angry crystals. Ah, so the red lightsaber. Gotcha. Oh, Corite storms. Oh, so it wasn't an actual storm. Okay. I understand now. I thought it was like an actual storm in your area, because I know a lot of people have been having issues with storms recently. Like, I know a lot of people who have not been able to stream because some sort of storm has been just ransacking the entire place. So I thought that's what the case was with the storm. Okay, I think we got the car, so now it's finally time. It's finally time to get the... Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Let's solidify certain parts first, so I know what I'm aiming for. That should be good right there. And then we get the eraser again. Where is that eraser? Oh yeah, no, today was good on that front. Monday we were so unlucky. Or yeah, Monday we weren't so lucky. Ah, fair. Sorry to hear that. But I'm glad to hear that today was a lot easier to work with when it comes to storms and stuff. That's good to know. That's good to know. Also, folks, in case I seem a little out of it, I will tell you, if that is the possibility of the case, I will tell you this much. I have been talking for 2.5 hours, trying to catch up with everybody, and there was a lot of folks here. Like, I was not ready for the support that came in today. I don't know how many people are here right now. I don't want to know how many people are here right now, but I will definitely say I saw a lot of people pop up. I saw a lot of people come by and say hi. I greatly appreciate each and every one of them. And my brain can't think. At least 4? Oh my god, that's too many. Ah! Anyway. You may not have seen it, but Lampy, I had Lampy, the Lampy plush just ran all the way off the table. Don't worry about it. Anyway, let's get back to the drawing at hand. So we got the window there, and now let's actually get the ink and stuff. Let's throw away that pencil. We don't need it no more. This eraser, gone. Yeah. It's inking time. It's time to get the venom. Or something. I don't know. Okay. Doctor's office and shots were puns on the gun shots. Ah, that's fair. No hype train. So, good news, I found the commercial I was talking about. Bad news, the only upload of it I was able to find was the original audio swapped out for the rap song. Wait, what? There's a rap song for the airline? Okay, hey Lampy, how do you make a moth laugh? I'm not reading the rest of that. I'm not reading puns. I only read puns. I only acknowledge the puns. What the? I just realized. Hold on a minute. I just realized something. There's graphite on Lampy's nose. I need to get the eraser again. I'm gonna need to put this Lampy in the washer again. I know it's not gonna help, but I need to put this Lampy in the washer again. Just to get rid of all that graphite. Yeah. That's okay. You can't see the bottom half of Lampy. If you did, you would see that it's covered in pencil. The Lampy's covered in lead. Okay, let's get to the inking part. Let's get a specific pen for this. Oh, let's see. Pencil, get rid of it. Ink gone. Streamer yeeted. Yeah, essentially. Everything flew. Everything flew in the span of a minute. No, I said they replaced the audio with a rap song. Oh. Well, that's no fun. Gotta love the smudge from drawing. Yeah. That's traditional arting for you. Digital, a lot cleaner. But when it comes to... Okay, I gotta open up this canister. I gotta open up this little capsule here. I need to move everything out of the way so I don't have the ink flying all over the place. I need to be very, very careful with this. I'm going to fail this miserably, though. Okay, now that we got that done, just gonna hold. There we go, and we're good. Okay, I can put the Lampy back on. Hold on a minute. There we are. Also, how many minutes has it been since Lampy Plush? 34? Okay, we go back to the regular one again. Time to go back to regular Lampy, get the bird back, and we're good. But when do you use ink? Better to have the eraser with you. Still get rid of the smudge marks too. Okay, so that's the thing. We can't really erase anything with the ink being used. Once we got to this ink, that's when it's kind of stuck. We kind of got to use it for what it is. All right, now where is that other thing? We're going to put that there. We're going to put the canvas there. There we go. We're all good. Where are my brushes? There are the brushes. Boom, brushes. We got to find a specific brush for this. You know what? Let's just drop all the brushes so I can actually see these things. Whew. All right, and we're good, and we're sold, and we're set, and we're solid. And now we're just going to... You know what? Actually, we're not ready for the ink just yet. Still got to do one more thing. Popping in to remind Lampy that he's an amazing person, wonderful streamer, lovely pal, adorable moth, big cutie. That's always nice to see. Forgot to say he's also a talented artist. Lies, slander, I know you, and welcome on in there, Zelda. Long time no see. I hope things have been good. I hope things have been well. Also, we got to draw Lampy here. Here's how we're going to draw this. We're just going to sketch out Lampy right quick. Going to have his arm over the door because he's trying to look cool. But he also needs to fly because that's the only way he's going to hold himself up from that height to actually stand outside the car. There we go. And we're all set with that. Boom. Oh, right, the antennae. Yeah, we could add the antennae light. You know what? Since we're using the ink, let's work on the antennae right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're all good there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set. All right, now we can get back to the inking one more time. Now let's get one of these. Let's go for a thin brush. There we go, thin brush right there. Because now that we got all of this set, we can actually get started on cleaning this sucker up, making it look smooth and sleek or something along those lines. We're going to try at least. True, but when I draw with ink over the pencil markings, I erase the parts where smudge along with other stuff too. Oh, I understand what you mean now. I getcha. I forgot. I should take the eraser and get rid of those other parts. Get rid of that box now that we have it done. There we go, and we got those wings back in there, and we're all set. Let's catch up, or yeah, let's get back into the swing of things. Where's that brush? Okay, so we got our brush. Been sick for almost a week now. The cough I got from it seems to be switching from getting better and getting worse every day. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that there, Zelda. I hope that you finally start recovering soon. And if it's a week, I think that should be relatively okay, but just to be safe, if it prolongs, you might want to look into that. So I sent what I was able to find in DM. All right there, Mech. I'm going to have to check that out later. Thank you for sending me those commercials. I greatly appreciate that. All right, so now let's just get a little bit of that ink. Let's move this over to the side so we can show. There's that ink. Nab a little bit of that. By nab a little bit, I mean dunk the entire brush in that stuff. Oh, right, I forgot we had to break this brush a little bit. There we go. Now that it broke a little bit, let's nab a little bit of that ink. Drag it across so it doesn't have too much on the brush. Because I want to get a clean line, but I also don't want it to get all blotchy and smudgy because, you know, too much ink on the brush and all of that. We don't want that problem. We do not want that problem at all. Alright. It's time to get started on this stuff. Make it nice and clean. Not going to be perfect to pull off, but gonna do what we can. And I just realized I already done messed up. We were supposed to work on the door. You know what? We could salvage this. I forgot. This is a black car. Which means with dark windows. Means we could fix this problem, no issues whatsoever. Just gotta add the lining to the window. Drag this whole thing across. We'll actually let it, what's the word I'm looking for? We're actually gonna not have it cover the entire canvas like we did over here on this side. We're actually just going to just drag everything across. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Let me try to explain that one a little better. We're not going to completely fill up the canvas spots. We're not going to completely fill up the entire car window or car door either, because we want to give it some semblance that it's not entirely sheer darkness back there, if that makes any sense. We want to show that there's some tangibility there. And that's one eye there. Here's the other eye there. And we need to be a lot more careful now, because we're running out of space to make mistakes. We can make a few here and there. We can fix those up. We can't fix them all. If we keep making too many, we're not going to be able to fix everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's go to the other side. Put that right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then repeat the process all the way across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get that arm right there. Put the other arm over there. Whew. Okay, we're getting there little by little. Okay. You'd be better watching the second one incognito. I doubt you'd want to... Oh. I doubt you'd want the words, the song playing to affect your feed. Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm gonna... Oh, incognito. Okay, I see what you mean. Wouldn't want the other song to affect... let's be honest. My feed's already messed up with all sorts of other stuff. Every time I see a HoloLive clip, I'm like, okay, I know what this is gonna do to my feed. I'm just gonna find more HoloLive clips, and that's gonna take up the rest of my time. And don't get me wrong, nothing bad against HoloLive. I like the streamers there. I like that stuff. It's just that I know what that's going to do. I know I'm going to lose hours of my life just watching all the clips that they show off. And so that is why I try to steer clear from the HoloLive clips. Like it's the plague. Because I know I'm going to be trapped. I'm going to fall back into the rabbit hole all over again. And I'm trying not to... I got things to do. I'm not trying to lose my entire day watching HoloLive clips. I have a life that I have to live. As much as I wouldn't mind spending the rest of my days doing that, I still got things to do. I can't. Which is unfortunate, but I can't. I forgot what I was talking about. Let me catch up things. Okay. What I say is true. Why? What'd you say? By messing up with your feed, I mean rap songs has... Oh. Oh yeah, no worries. Because again, this is one of those situations where I know... Okay, I will say this. A majority of the times, if someone sends me a video, I am probably not going to watch it on stream because I don't want to set a precedent. What do I mean by that? I mean, I don't want to set something up where if I watch one person's video that they send me, everybody's going to assume that I'm going to watch every video that's sent. And then I'm just going to be flooded with videos like, hey, watch this, watch that, watch here, watch there. And I'm like, I gotta draw, people. I gotta draw. This ain't a reaction channel. So, to avoid that, I just, I watch it offline. I watch it off stream. That's the best way for me to go about it. Or else I'd never get any work done. I'd be stuck watching videos all day. Alright, let's get more of that ink. Because we need to connect this window to everything else. Let's add the rest of the stuff to that car wheel, tire thing, whatever, mabobber stuff. Yeah. There it is, car. Let's try to catch some rain a little bit. Okay, let's see. What I replied to Zelda. Ah, fair. Okay. If it means anything, I was just going to say you could watch it after hours. Ah, thank you for your understanding there, Mick. I greatly appreciate that. I just wanted to mention that part because, in case anyone was wondering if I was ever going to watch these videos, like, okay, so in case of the warning, like, oh yeah, you're probably not going to watch this one on stream. That's okay. I don't watch anything on stream. So, no one has to worry about that. But at the same time, if in case anyone's ever expecting me to watch that stuff on stream, do not worry. I got too many things to do. I can't even if I wanted to. I just realized this is way too far away. We got to bring this up a bit. Also, folks, I have not forgotten. I still need to work on a... I still need to do a stream where I draw something left-handed. I have not forgotten that part. That is still on the agenda. That is still on the roster. Somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but it is still on the roster somewhere. So, look forward to that if you wanted to see the left-handed drawing stream. It is still in the works. I just need to set up a poll or something. I need to set up something to where I could figure out what on earth I'm going to draw. Because I know I need to draw something. Alright, now for the car. Now for the car door. Just going to drag this across. Going to lightly drag from one end to the other. Give it a light streak across that car door. Okay, we might need to make this a bit darker. we might actually need to cover up those lines, so... We might actually need to fill in that tire, or not fill in that tire, but fill in that car window, or car door. There we go. Something like that. That should be good. Now let's go to this side, make it a little bit lighter. Just lightly drag across. I need to figure out which direction am I adding the light to. You know what? Front, forward, that should be good. That is our game plan. Save, save. I got you. Thank you for the save there, Destroyer. I greatly appreciate that. Okay. I never expected anything... Oh, I never expect anything I send you to be viewed on stream. Thank you for your understanding. I greatly appreciate that. Saying they're not wrong. Lampy is an art or amazing artist. Oh, lies and slander. I know you. Nah. Thank you for the hydrate there, Destroyer. Okay, so I know what I'm going to aim for. We're going to aim for... Okay, so here's the game plan. The lighting is going to be, as per usual, the lighting is going to be, so from the front, probably on the front and to the right. So we'll actually put shadow on the, or yeah, on the front and on the left is going to be where the lighting is. So we might actually put shadow on the left side, if anything. So we're going to aim for that. And the stretch, thank you for all that, Destroyer. And I hope you have a good night. Yeah. A better tomorrow. Yeah. And a great week. Oh, right. I almost forgot. So, folks, tomorrow, Elden Ring Night Rain. If you want to join in the Night Rain games, if you wanted to go fight that boss, feel free to join in on those streams. I'm going to try at 5 p.m., make it a little bit earlier, although it's a Friday. So maybe I could go later. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe I could do the usual streaming schedule. I don't know. I'll be back on Friday. And then I'll have more news about the... I will have more news about the 3K celebration stream. As we'll have goals, we'll have games, we'll have all of that stuff. And we're going to be playing Risk of Rain, yeah, because I know some of y'all play that Risk of Rain, and I'm looking forward to playing that game with y'all. Risk of Rain be a fun one, and I need to make that more of a community night thing. Ink is very tricky. There we go. All right, let me figure out the rest here. So we're going to put some lines under at the bottom. We also need to clean up that spot back there. Make these lines a little bit cleaner, because I am messing this up a little bit, a little too much. There we go. We're also going to add a little bit of space between the inside of the car, or the shadows that we're putting on the inside of the car, and the actual window, so you can see the differentiation between the two. And that is what we're aiming for there. Getting a little tricky, but we're figuring it out little by little. Let's also add a streak across the car. Maybe a second streak, just to be safe. There you go, like that. Right there should be good. We drag all of this across. All right, let me see. That tired, Lampy? All right, give me 1 second. Let me just fill this stuff in right quick because this is ink and eventually the ink starts to dry. And then we have ourselves a problem. Since we're here, you know what? Since the ink is already drying on the brush, let's actually take this opportunity to add a little bit of shadow on the right side of the car. No, music stopped. I'm going to need to fix that later. But yeah, since the ink dried out, we're going to take this opportunity to add a little bit of shading here and there. Add a little bit of light shadow right behind that little indent of the car. Like so. Add a little bit of shadow on the Lampy over here, because the Lampy's still a rather brightly toned character, so we could actually add some shadow to the right side here. A little more shadow to the side of this over there. Let's just dab the brush a bit. Get that shadow a little more. Oh, right, y'all can't even see that. Okay, hold on a minute. Well, there isn't a lot on the brush now anyway, so we could actually continue getting the rest of the ink and continuing from there. All right, let me add the Dead Tired Lampy first. Let's get the music back as well. And let me actually hydrate, because I think I forgot to do that part. I have Dead Tired Lampy on this one, right? Ah, there it is. Maybe not on the right spot, but close enough. Oh, we actually got to move the Dead Tired Lampy a little more. There we go. Just toss him right over there. Perfect. There we go, Dead Tired Lampy. Since you said your brain isn't working, I figured Dead Tired Lampy would come in. You know what? That's fair. That is honestly fair. My brain is a little bit dead, so that makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's actually use... Needed to get that out of the way. Let's actually use this opportunity to make the road. Actually going to take this line, make it a bit jagged. Have it drag all the way across like so. Go to the other side of the road, make that line, have it jagged across all the way over there. And a couple of dirt patches here, maybe a little rock. Add that little rock right there. Add a bush over there on the side. Okay, that's not a bush, that's a rock. That was supposed to be a bush, but now that's secretly a rock, and that'll be our little secret. Known as calling them happy mistake. Or a little happy mistake. Happy little mistake. Don't worry about it. We done goof. Alright. Dead Tired Lampy. Oh. Can Dead Tired Lampy get a flipped bird? I should get a flipped bird for the Dead Tired Lampy now that you mentioned that. That would be funny. Let's also put some mountains off in the background. Put some hills and all that. There we go. Maybe some trees off into the side. Something along those lines. There we go. Add some mountains back there, and then add some hills and stuff. Maybe some clouds off in the distance. Now that it's starting to break a little bit, we can actually use this opportunity to add a better shadow onto Lampy's side over here. Make that shape. Make a much darker shape along the way. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Gonna be very noir based here. Don't worry, we're gonna add the red because this can't be a Knight Rider car without the red. We're gonna add some red, a little bit of blue. Wee smidge of blue here and there. All of that, but most importantly, we need that red. Right now, we're just gonna add the rest of those shadows. So let's add them shadows to them there mountains in the background. I'm also still thinking about mod applications, but I'm trying to figure out what on earth should I put for mod applications? What should I be looking for? I know what I'm not looking for, but I'm trying to figure out what should I be looking for mod applications. I don't know. Like, how long can you watch a Lampy stream? That's the main question. Like, how long do you think you can watch a Lampy stream? Do you know what to look for and what not to look for? Would you shout me out in my own channel? If they say, yes, because I think it would be funny. Ah, okay, you're out. Alright, I should probably flip this over. Alright, folks, this is what we got so far. We're not even done yet. But, not gonna lie, I kind of like how it's coming along. Also, ad start in 10 seconds. Oh, ad break ends in 10 seconds. Oh, y'all are already in ad jail. My bad. Good luck. Okay, so I need a little more space for... I need to get the same lighting effect that we had earlier, but it's very difficult to get that lighting effect right now. So, how do we get that brush effect that we had earlier? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take another piece of paper. We're just going to drag our brush across, like, rigorously, till we get that effect that doesn't give us a clean brush. This is what we had earlier. We didn't... Oh, wait, right. This is what we had earlier. We didn't want that one. We didn't want that part. We wanted something more like this, and this is what we got right now. So, let's get back to the brushing now that we got all of that set up, and let's add that shadow. So what I want to do, go to the bottom of the car, start dragging this brush across, and this is going to be the shadow that's being casted. We might need to get more brush, or more ink on this thing. We're just going to take our brush and just vigorously drag it across. There we go. Perfect. Now we got the inking that we're looking for. And just drag that brush across right over here because we want that shadow. Not too strong of a shadow, but still a strong enough shadow. Where if someone sees it, they're like, yep, that's a shadow, all right. If there be darkness being casted by an object in front of light. That definitely looks like what I believe I'm looking at. I definitely see what you're putting down, and I think I'm picking it up. That's the game plan. That is the idea. That is the goal. There we go. Alright, so this is Knight Rider, starring David Hasselhoff, with their buddy, with their robotic car buddy. That is not Kit, but that is Bird. That is the name of the car here, is Bird. And we need to add a little bit of lighting over here, or a little bit of inking to the side of the car over here to show that it is a black car, but there is lighting on it. There is a, you know, light is reflecting off of that car. That's the game plan that we're trying to aim for here. This is why we need to add a little bit of gray across here and there when we can. We also need to add some of that shadow over here. There we go. Is there anywhere else that we could use this? Maybe on this side a bit. There we go. Now let's go back to this angle. A little bit of darkness over there. Just enough to give a decent gradient on that shine right there. There we go. So now we have the two shines on the car. Boom. And we're almost set with this. Let's just add a little bit more to the ground here. Because like I said, I kind of wanted a bush off in the distance. Just the bush off in the distance. Or I guess another rock. Either one works. We kind of want to dirty up the ground because, again, it is floor. It is a dirt road. Okay, it's not supposed to be a dirt road, but I decided, you know what? Dirt road again. I like dirt road, so let's go with dirt road here. So we're going to use our scuffed up brush and just scuff up the rest of the road here. There we go. Gives it a little bit of integrity. There we go. We're all set right there. Add a little more shading to the clouds off in the distance. There we go. We got our shadows. We got our shades. We got all of that. Now, like I said, we just need to add a little bit more to it, but I think we're done with the inking. I think we're done with the ink. You're dry brushing in the shade. I'm doing what in the shade? Okay, I've never drawn with tablet before. That's why it's so intimidating. Wait, what happened here? Let me catch up with some things. Okay, I still need to do an art stream, but every time I tell myself, because I owe chat one, I feel intimidated. Especially because I'm not sure what to draw or who will even be interested. I will definitely tell you this. People like art streams. As you can see. I mean, folks are here. I doubt that people wouldn't be over there. Let me try to catch up with a lot of things because I missed a lot of stuff. But, okay, so art stream. One, I would say give yourself a minute, figure out what you want to draw. Or ask the folks in your community. What do they want to see? If they wanted, you know what? If you don't know what to draw, ask them. What would you want? What would you like to see? Put up a poll or something, or, you know, see who answers that question. Like, all right, so this is what I'm thinking of drawing. What do you, or yeah, maybe not even so much. This is what I'm thinking of drawing, but just bring up, okay, so I'm thinking about doing a drawing stream. And I thought I'd ask you folks, what should I draw? And then they would probably pop up and, you know, maybe someone will pop up and say, can you draw this? Can you draw that? And maybe not even just on your streams. If you have any sort of social, well, I know you have socials on other places. So go to your other social places, tell them, hey, I'm planning on doing a drawing stream. What would you recommend that I draw? What would you like to see? What would you want me to draw? And when it comes to the intimidating part of drawing on a tablet or drawing on anything, the only thing I could really tell you is just, okay. The only thing I could really tell you is do it. be harsh with, or yeah, do it regardless of anybody watches it or not. Do it, try it, and see what you can do, see what you couldn't do, see what you can add, see what you didn't add, all of that sort of stuff. Like one example, I've had a couple of streams where I personally, I'm not going to give any examples because some of them were too fresh. I actually, you know what? I can tell you, I had a recent stream where I feel like I fumbled the ball, but I learned from it. I learned what I should and shouldn't do when it comes to those kind of streams. Give yourself that shot, give yourself that opportunity, try that above it, you know, give that a try, give that an option, and learn from what you liked and didn't like from it, what you feel like people liked and didn't like from it, all of that sort of stuff. Long story short, just swing and see what you hit. See what hits, see what doesn't hit. Whew. All right, let me see. Might need to save that save just in case. Oh yeah, are you kidding me? I had this save since the last time. I had this save from, actually I had this save since the first time. I don't remember which one the first stream was, but I know it was a drawing stream, and I was like, I'm gonna keep this. Actually, I don't even know if the first stream was a drawing stream. I think the first stream was making this, or assembling this, not making, assembling. Assembling this thing right here. Gold sarcophagus. Because I thought I got the Millennium Puzzle, turns out I got the sarcophagus. I made that mistake. And then I rectified that mistake by putting the gold sarcophagus on the throne. Someone got the sarcophagus, or someone actually got the puzzle. And let me tell you, that puzzle was torture, but 2 streams later, we got the puzzle done. I also found, or my brother also found me some string. So it actually has the, hold on a minute. Yeah. My brother helped me find some string, so yeah, it actually has the whole thing, so I could actually have it around my neck if I felt like it, but I don't feel like putting this thing around my neck. I'm leaving this right where it is. So yeah. Anyway, long story short, give it a shot, give it a swing, give it a go. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully the main thing, the one thing you want to learn is, did you learn something? Or the main thing you want to find out is if you learned something from it. If you learned something from it, even if it was a good thing or a bad thing, you learned, and that's a real win at the end of the day. Always remember that. All right, let me see. Can dead tired... Okay, so I saw that part. Half of the time I say my hamster wheel is turning while my hamster ran out of gas. You know what? Yeah, that honestly makes a lot of sense. That's me all of the time. I wonder if chat gets the message of his work. Don't hassle them all. Maybe. Thank you for the hydrate there, Chai. I greatly appreciate that. Instead of... Okay, I get what you're talking about there, Spock. I see what you're doing. I see the joke. All right. Instead of Lampy's hamster ran out of gas, he just hit a window from a friend's baking store. You saw the comic. I'm glad to hear that there, child. The comic that Cam commissioned, not the Lampy lore comic. Unless you saw that one too. All right. Yeah, that can be a challenge, but draw something you have drawn in the past and use it if you have a drawing tablet or something random. That too, you can also practice using the drawing tablet. If you're not comfortable with it, try practicing it offline for a bit before you go into the actual thing. That's what I did with other examples, like other projects. Like sometimes I wouldn't jump into it blindly. Sometimes I would take a little bit of practice on things if I really needed to. Perfect example. Like what I did for Lampy with the sleepyhead, or yeah, with the sleepyhead Lampy. Yeah, that one. I greatly appreciate that art too, by the way. I'm never gonna stop thanking you for that art, because like I said, anyone who draws art of Lampy or anything Lampy related, I greatly appreciate that. I don't know what to say. Out of ad jail. Fair, fair, fair. When painting for the background, I used paper towel to make the effect. Oh, fair, 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 fair. Wait, paper towel? You're dry brushing in the shade. What's wrong with dry brushing in the shade? I thought I was supposed to dry brush in the shade. Okay, let me see. If anyone gives bad comments of your artwork, send them away. Oh, send them my way. If you hear screaming and yelling in the background. Yes, if someone gives you bad comments, like one thing, okay, I will say this. One thing is fair and constructive criticism, and then there's you suck. If you get someone telling you that you suck, ban them, because that is not constructive criticism. That's just, what's the word I'm looking for? For the lack of the better term, that's just being rude. That's just trying to dismantle your confidence. That doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form. So if someone gives you that sort of comment, remove them. You don't want them there. If they're telling you, like, listen, I got an idea. Hear me out. What if? Then, you know, it might be worth listening into. It might be worth hearing them out. Why did you think I drew Lampy versus Window? Oh, fair, fair, fair. So, would you consider the video I made about you art? Yes. Because 1, that took creativity. 2, that took effort. And 3, well, I can't really think of a third, but yeah, all of that, all the parts were there. And I greatly appreciate that one there too, there, Mech. Because, again, video editing, all them jokes, one part that I especially liked that I was not ready for was when the whole, one of them trains talking about, did you read the sign? And then all of a sudden, the over voice of me talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! I was like, okay, yeah, that's pretty on point. That part cracked me up. There was a lot of good parts of that video. But I will definitely say, the Yu-Gi-Oh! One, for obvious reasons, it cracked me up. I saw that, like, yeah, that's me, alright. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Player. I don't know how to, it's not so much that I don't know how to read, it's that I refuse to read. Always remember, folks, it's not that Yu-Gi-Oh! Players can't read, it's that Yu-Gi-Oh! Players don't read. Like, if you're wondering, like, didn't you read the sign? No. And you thought that this wouldn't be a problem. To be fair, I didn't think that far yet. That is usually how it goes. Also, I am hungry. Wait, what am I doing here? Okay, I'm getting more ink. So I wanted to finish off one other part right quick. There we go, that's a little lighter. Because we kind of needed that for the tires here. Make the tires a little bit darker. Now that we got all of that done. Oh wait, I wanted to also add a little bit up top here. There we go. Alright, now that we got the car done. Let's get that red. Let's get that yellow. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's just get that red and that yellow and we're all set. So, we are nearly done. We are nearly finished. We're almost there. Yeah. Put the ink away. Put this up top here. I'm going to flip it over so you can see it. There we go. We got to see if I could try something right quick. I got an idea. I want to see if this will work. I want to see if I could blend this in a little bit with a white pastel. Oh, I can. Oh, we're getting somewhere. All right, now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking with gas. We're getting somewhere now. We're going to use the white pastel. Add a little more to the highlight. Really blend that sucker in a bit. There we go. Now we're getting there. Here's why you use the pastel. Also, I remember... Okay, so I saw... You know... Okay, two things. I saw somebody's video... I don't know if Mary Lamb's still there, if they went to sleep. But I saw their video about the artwork and all of that. I greatly appreciate all the kind words. And I saw that someone was questioning if it was... If I was using oil pastel or if I was using crayon. I could tell you, it's oil pastel. But you know what? I'll be honest. Let's be perfectly fair. Oil pastel is just a fancy crayon when you really, really think about it. They both melt in the sun. They both have a similar texture. Okay. Yeah, I want to say they have a similar texture. Not exact texture, but they're very similar. But yeah, when I saw that video, like, so did they use crayon for that? I'm just thinking about, like, huh. I mean, they're both oil-based. Huh. Maybe? Yeah, not gonna lie, I think I may have went a little too ham with the pastel as well. That's okay. We could just go over it again with the ink. Clean all of that up again. But it'll be fine at the end of the day. And that part should be okay. But now let's go back, get that ink one more time, and go over certain parts and clean up those spots. It also reminds me, I need to talk to a friend about this other game. I forgot what it was called. Crypt of the Necrodancer, because I know my friend told me that they were free either Saturday or Wednesday, and since Wednesday already passed, I need to see if they're free on Saturday. Yeah, we should be good there. Maybe a little more up here. Just a little bit. Almost, almost. Just need to clean up one last part. Thank God for oil pastel. Got any issues with your ink? Just add some oil pastel. Boom. Problem solved. Alright, we're good there. I just gotta go wash up that brush later on after the stream is done. Fix all of that up later. Now, let's go back to the oil pastels and get that yellow. We're nearly set. We're almost there. Let's get that bright yellow. Add that sucker right quick. We're also going to get rid of the dead tired lampy because since the day got a little more chill, I'm feeling a little more energized. I'm not as dead as I once was. Mostly because I got everything that I was talking about out of my system. For the most part. There might be something else that pops up later, but yeah. Don't forget to stretch too, Lampy. Good idea. Oh, there goes that yellow. Yeah. 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 There we go. Isn't that tire Lampy just a flat? I don't get it. Maybe? Also, okay, so I saw that part. All right, let me see. Lampy is right. People who do art streams mostly want to have a calm, relaxing time after playing nothing, video games, or dealing with IRLs. True, true. Not even so much people who do art streams, but maybe even people that watch art streams. I'm not entirely 100% certain. Folks, actually, yeah, you know what? Since we're here, folks, why do you watch art streams? Legitimate question. I am genuinely curious because I never really thought about this until now. Why do people watch art streams? Why do you watch art streams? What is an art stream? And what are you doing here? Get out of my basement. We've been through this. So that's the... Oh, right. I should be bringing this up a little bit more. So that's the red. All right, that's the yellow. We're going to go back over here. We were going to add some red right in this spot. We're just going to drag across here and there to get that gradient. There we go. That should be good. That should be okay. Now let's get that ink again. Because what we need to do... Why am I doing this off screen? What am I doing here? Also, why is the sword there? Oh yeah, I forgot. That's why the sword was there. Alright then. Because Lampy had a gun out. Why did I have the gun out? You know what? I'm not even going to question why I had the gun. Let's be honest with ourselves. Why wouldn't I? Now we're going to add that circle back into the eyes again. Yeah, close enough. Okay, let's also add some very, very thin lines into that visor thingy. Okay, that wasn't very thin line, but close enough. Close enough. There we go. Now let's get more of that red to blend in with the ink that we just added. And there we go. We're all good. We're all set. We got the Knight Rider car kind of I forgot to put windshields. You know what? Or not windshields, I forgot to put rear view mirrors. So, let me get my brush again. Just going to darken that spot entirely. Then we're going to get our white pastel. Now let's get that brush again. Wherever on earth I put it, there's that brush again. Add some shadow to the side here. Some shadow down at the bottom there. And there we go. We got our rear view mirrors. We added the little back eyes to the car. I call them back eyes because, you know, you look behind you with them. So, there you go. Back eyes. Okay. Whew. If this gig of yours keeps up, I might have enough material for a sequel. Very interesting. And I would be honored. No pressure, though. Also, holy moly, like the amount of clips that you found for that video, I don't know how you did it, but that was impressive. Not gonna lie, that was very, very impressive. Wait, let me look at the car right quick. I almost forgot one last spot. There we go. Now we're finally set. Okay, now we're finally set. We're done. We're good. Oh, wait, nope. I forgot. One last thing needs to be done. One last part. Coup de grace. The John hand moth. There we go. Now it's done. Now it is set. We have completed the piece. Also, this was a traditional art that Spock... If I believe Spock, you were the one that won this piece. Or, yeah, won the marbles game last time and requested this piece. Let me know what you think. And also, if you like, I can also have this mailed out to you. This is an optional thing. You don't have to have this sent out to you if you don't want to. But if you would like this sent out, just send me an address that you would like this to be shipped out to. And I will have it sent out that way. If you want it sent out. I give this option to everybody. I can work on the art piece and I can send it out. I don't have to do both if you don't want me to. If you just wanted the art piece done, that is also just as fine. But I will leave that up to you. And if you want, just send me the details, and I will have it sent out. If you want. Alright, let me catch up with the reading. I like doodles, it's always quite unique choices. Oh. Oh, I didn't say Lampy? Wait, what did you say? Oh, isn't dead tired really just flat? Oh, a dead tire. Wait, what were we talking about? Okay. Penspin, Penspin. Hold on. Thank you for redeeming Penspin. Oh, I like doodles. It's always has unique choices. True. Doodles do have unique choices. Like what? You got so many different options you can go with when it comes to doodles. You got so many different things that you can draw. So many different funny ideas you can roll with. Like, you can't go wrong with that. I mostly watch art streams to get some idea on what to draw, along seeing the tools they use, depending on what program they use, and also try to give them some ideas along helping them out with ideas. I have to see if it will work out for them or not, but mostly the music they play. Ah, fair. I completely understand about that. Kind of. I kind of get it. My brain might not be functioning all that well right now, but I kind of get it. What you want to see is you want to see the process they take, and maybe you have an idea how you could improve or help them with their process, or vice versa. Stuff like that. I get it. This got drowned out originally, but I think the hardest part of editing the video was probably finding a logo, since last I checked, you didn't really have one. That is also very true. I don't quite have a logo. The closest I have... Okay, I kind of have one, but I need to update that. Let me see if I have an image here somewhere. Closest I have to a logo is probably this thing. Oh wait, I could put it on I forgot, I could drag and drop into VTube Studio now. So let's go over here, let's go to resources. Resources. There it is. All right, so the closest I have to a logo was this thing. I'll move it a little more over here. There we go. The closest I have to a logo is this thing right here. And I'll be honest, that was pretty bare-boned back in the day. I feel like I should be doing better. But, yeah, that's the closest I had to a logo. That's where I got the front font, if I recall correct. Ah, fair. Then yeah, that's essentially the idea that I was going with there. I need to redesign that logo. I feel like it's a little outdated, and I feel like it's a little lacking. I'm gonna throw that away now. I'm gonna throw that billboard out. Okay, let me see. Anyways, it's 1:38 a.m. EST. I need to get some sleep, but going to see one last friend before I head on off to Dreamland. Hope you have a wonderful stream, Lampy. No problem, man. Thank you for stopping by there, Chai. I greatly appreciate it. You go get that sleep. You go do that lurk. You do what you got to do. And I hope you have a good night, a better tomorrow, and a great week. I probably need to be calling it soon as well. So, I'll leave this image right there for now. Boom. There we go. Let's try to catch up with the last of the reading, and then we call it a day. As for the clips, your highlight chat helped out majorly. Oh, your highlights chat helped out majorly. Wait, highlights? Which ones are the highlights? Oh, the highlights helped out with that. Okay, I understand. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear. John Hanmon. Yes. Monty Knight. Oh, I get it. Knight Rider. I think. Knight Rider? Maybe? I don't know. You're giving puns at the worst time. I can't function. Would you like me to... Oh, would you like me to chip on postage? That is entirely up to you. You can if you like, but for the most part, I'm just going to be sending it out. And I think it's only like, what, $5 to ship this thing out? No, wait, I think it's like, well, it's either like 5 or 7, I don't remember. But yeah, if you feel like it, that is entirely up to you. It is greatly appreciated. You don't have to, but it would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, you just let me know where to send it, and I'll send it that way. All right, that's where that's where I got the font, if I recall correctly. Fair, fair, fair. I completely understand. Trying tilting it. Michael was replaced with Monty. I still don't get it. All right, we're gonna call it here. I need to rest my voice because I've been talking nonstop for 4 hours now. And I don't think I'm used to it yet, considering that I've been gone for an entire month. I will catch you all tomorrow for... Yeah, I will catch you all tomorrow for Night Rain, if you choose to stop by. And everyone who's here, I did mention that I was doing some live 2D rigging, hence the reason why the bird has just blown up right quick. I wanted to show you one thing that I was working on because I thought I seen this one running around for a bit, and I thought, you know what? Let me try adding that expression. I think it would be fun. Anyway, you all have a good night. You all take care. I'm gonna be heading on out. Let's put the bird back to where they originally were. Bird's too big now. But yeah, we're just gonna toss bird right over there. We're gonna call it here. I'm gonna call it a night. You all have a great day. And we're gonna see who we could raid at this hour. Who is on at this time that I could just drop everybody off on? I was gonna say, when was the last time I raided somebody? And then I realized, I don't think... That's just it, I don't think. But I think I know who we could raid into. There's somebody playing Crime... No, yeah. Oh, wait. Okay, there is one... Oh, well, actually, you know what? I see someone doing art right now. I'm just going to drop you folks off with another art stream. Because I see 2 different people that I would like to stream. You know what? I already said Crime Scene Cleaner. Let's drop you folks off with Crime Scene Cleaner. Because I have not raided this person before, but I've seen them around. They've been here and there from time... Or I've seen them around in a couple other communities. So let's drop you folks off over there. I'm going to drop you folks off with a Liliana. Or... Liliana. Liliana. There we go. That's how you pronounce it. Liliana or something like that. I think those are the words. We're going to drop you folks off with a Liliana. That's the words I'm looking for. All right. Thank you. Rest well and sweet dreams. Thank you there, Spock. I greatly appreciate that. That's where I... Okay, so I saw that part. Okay, so I know who we're going to raid. We're going to drop you folks off with Liliana. And, folks, any of you all got Night Rain, then look forward to tomorrow. We're going to be playing some Night Rain. I got to go beat up a slug. So, if you too want to go beat up a night slug, that's a show up tomorrow. We're going to try to go beat up some sleep slug. All right. I was going to type Night Rain and realize, wait, that's not what I was looking for at all. Also, if you would like to support the channel, One good way you can do so is by checking out the socials, by going to the link page. Check out all them socials. We got a lot of different stuff over there. We got models at the Etsy page. If you want a rat, the rat is right over there. We got free stuff on the coffee page. We got merch on the Teespring page. We also got, or I was going to talk about the commissions. Well, you know what? We got commissions. We still need to finish off a lot of the commissions, but we still have commissions where if you or someone you know is looking for live 2D models, both big and small, emotes, assets, character sheets, character concepts, all of that crazy stuff, go check out the vgen page. The commissions might be a bit late, or not late, but the commissions might take a bit of time. There's a wait list now because I got like 7 commissions that I need to finish off. 5 of them should be done real quick. 2 of them might take a bit of time. But yeah, we're getting close to catching up to a lot of that stuff, so look forward to that. And we're gonna drop you folks off with Liliana, and let's head on out. So, raid. Oh, right, here, use this raid message. Oh, you know what? Raid message should be this. Hold on a minute. Raid message should be... Knight Rider. There we go. That's our raid message. Knight Rider. Knight Rider. Use those emotes if you have them. Use whatever emotes you have if you don't. And let's raid into a Liliana. They are currently playing Crime Scene Cleaner. We're going to head on out with that. And with that being said, thank you all for stopping by. Always remember, you're all awesome in your own way, because you folks make these streams and this community what it is. It's awesome hanging out with you folks, cracking jokes, having all these conversations, all of that crazy stuff. And if you lurk, that's great too, because the fact that you took the time out of your day to have this bug rambling on about nonsense in the background, rambling on about Chips Ahoy and all these other commercials from back in the day, it means more to me than you could possibly imagine. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. All right, with that being said, I hope you all have a good night, better tomorrow, a great week, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow for some night rain. You all take care now. Laters. Oh, also check out the YouTube channel. Okay, goodbye everybody.